So when you've got a pile of tourmaline like this, it's going to be made into gemstone beads. First of all, each one of these gemstones need to be inspected. A line is then drawn down the middle of the gemstone or wherever the gem is going to be faceted, and it's then taken behind us and then faceted into these rough gem shapes. Once each gemstone has been cut into the amount of pieces it needs to be, it's then time to shape the gemstones. These gentlemen are working on anything from a round to a pear shape, pretty much any cut imaginable. The next process is polishing and faceting, and this takes a huge amount of skill. It can take years for a lapidress to be able to facet like this, and each one of the gemstones can take up to 10 minutes to cut. A really lengthy but incredible process. The next stage of the process is really interesting. This is where each one of the gemstones is drilled. And what Sanjay is doing here is putting a drill through faceted beads of black tourmaline. The next stage after drilling is then to get the gemstones sorted into their appropriate colours and sizes. This can be a really, really lengthy process. Once the gemstones are sorted into different colours and sizes, they're then arranged into these strands and made into strands like this. Now each one of these gemstones could have gone through a 30 to 40 minute process to arrive on a strand like this. It's really quite incredible. If there's one thing that my time in India has taught me, it's the hours of dedicated time that goes into making each one of the gemstones we sell on Jewellery Maker.
You all good today? Good. I'm great today. It's good today. It's a good day today, isn't it? And do you know why? It's even better because we've got a summer clearance. We've got competition for you today as well. And the lovely sun-kissed Gemma Crow is back from her holidays as well, and she looks gorgeous. Look at you. She's all glowing and refreshed. Is this your first shift back?
I did a workshop on Saturday, but yeah, first show. It all feels a bit alien. I've only been away 2 weeks, but
it always feels like ages.
It feels strange, yeah.
Back, yes, we're so glad she's back. So I don't know if we've checked with you yet, Gemma, but we're just going to give away a piece of your jewellery today, if that's okay with you. 3 pieces, right? 3 pieces. Oh, wish I was where you were sat today. We're going to have a little competition today, and we were thinking, right, so what should we do? Where should we go with this competition? It's Wimbledon, so we thought, right, let's have a game of tennis. Not really. So we've got a couple of questions for you. Are we having all the questions now, Helena? Yeah. Righty-ho. Okay, so we're gonna stagger the questions a little bit for you, and we're gonna pick somebody towards the end of the show who's answered them all correctly, of course. So we will give you the first question in about half an hour's time, and it could be you winning some of Gemma's jewellery, actual Gemma Crow's jewellery. I had instructions off my mum today.
Actual.
Make sure you get me a piece of Gemma's jewellery.
I'm speaking to your mum.
Yeah, I've heard all about it, Gemma. What was that? I've been speaking to Gemma. I've been speaking to Gemma on Facebook.
Oh, she's lovely. She's really lovely.
She is lovely. She's not watching today. She's in the car on the way back to Wales. So, anyways, where should we start today? Because there's actually, can I just quickly show them the kit really quickly? Do you know what? This is going to fly. There's literally wings already on this. It's already on its way out the door. Look! Oh my gosh! I love these. There's just not going to be enough. Nowhere near enough. They're beautiful. I think we've got like 60 something. So not enough of those, but they're coming up very, very soon for you. I love those, and Gemma's pieces are incredible as well. Okay then, Helena, where should we start, lovely? Oh, I don't have any. I've got lots over here, but none over here. I love that. Pete! He's on it. Glamorous assistant Pete. Thank you, Pete. He has got a tough day ahead of him, haven't you, Pete? Look at him, bless him. Smoke coming off his shoes there as he's running around. Have a look at these. Wow, look at that intensity of colour. Aren't they gorgeous? Beautiful chrome dioxide you've got here. Massive, massive carat weight. Now this gemstone is really, really difficult for us to get hold of. The fact that you've got this kind of carat weight in one strand is incredible. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the entire parcel that the miners brought out of the mine the day that they brought this out. That's incredible. Look at the colour. Can you see how intense, how vivid that saturation of colour is? That's 100% natural. That colour is the colour that Mother Nature intended. My goodness me, that is spectacular. Really intense. Massive carat weight, 350 carats. Wow. So we're talking collectors here. Collector's gemstone. How about your high-end tree of life? Oh yes, that is intense, that colour, isn't it? Beautiful. For me, it's the colour that an emerald would dream to be. It's really intense. You couldn't get any more green. It's like Emerald City green, your chromed upside. 350 carats. I'm just trying to think on our sister channels if I've ever seen chromed upside set into silver. If I have, it's not been often at all. It's usually gold. Usually gold that you would see this gemstone set into. So the fact that you've got 350 carats here, Jewellery Maker prices, as I'm sure you're already aware, are ridiculous, to say the least. Fiona, you've got yours. Anne, Maxine. Again, today, as always, I don't like to look at prices. I don't want to know. I don't like to know. It's a good job because I think there'd be a lot of fisticuffs before we come on air. There is no way that this should be £6.95. Put another figure in front of that six. Let's go £66.95. Yes. No, not today. £6.95. There's no wonder that loads of you are multi-buying. Anne in Merseyside, you've got two. Helen in the West Midlands, you've got yours. Congratulations. Apparently this is getting you ready for the summer sale. I love a sale. Last hour, 4 till 5 today, summer sale. It's going to be redonkulous, says our Helena. Redonkulous. £6.95 is redonkulous. If this is how we're starting the show, I need to go home, if I'm honest. I can't do this. 0800 644 655 PEGP 72. Hold those lines. They are indeed. Ooh, Vesuvianite. Look at this. Completely natural. Again, gorgeous. Lime green hues from this gemstone. So rare. I'm trying to think. On our sister channels, which is where I was before I came here at Jewellery Maker about 5 months ago now, I spent 10 years over there, you know. And I think I've seen Vesuvianite once before. Yeah, I think I've seen it once in jewellery. Other than this strand, I haven't seen any more. It's so rare and so beautiful. Look at that colour. Isn't that like lime green? It's mouth-watering, that colour, isn't it? Gorgeous. Very zesty, Director Ben. Very zesty. Beautiful. Oh yeah, it does have almost an olive tone to it, doesn't it? Helen says it's not quite as zesty as peridot, but it does have that more olive tone to it. Again, you've got a huge, huge carat weight here in your Vesuvianite. Really a sophisticated zest. I like that, Ben. Sophisticated zest. AOCI 54, 90 carats of your Vesuvianite you've got here. 3x2 to 7x4 millimetres in size. Spectacular gemstone. Collector's gemstone. Again, with this, I think I'd have to go solid sterling silver. I wouldn't be compromising. When it comes to a high-end gemstone like this, a certain calibre of gemstone, it's got to be solid sterling silver, hasn't it? They are beautiful. That graduation as well, I think I'd be tempted for earrings. I'm thinking 3 or 4 of these. What do you think, Gemma? What would you do with this strand?
I think they'd look lovely with some tiny jump rings in between each one. Just make a very simple bracelet, a necklace set, maybe. Maybe sterling silver, make it really fresh, or gold plated would make it really high end, rich looking.
But add that warmth, wouldn't it? The gold as well.
Gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. I love these. Really beautiful. you've never seen it before, get it home, use your 30-day money-back guarantee, because you do have a 30-day money-back guarantee with every single piece that you buy from us here at Jewellery Maker. Okie dokie. If you're experiencing a problem with the phone line at the moment, just get on the web. We were given a heads up, something's happening internally with the system, resetting or something, I don't know. But apparently we was told 3 minutes. So it shouldn't be long at all, okay? So if you are trying to get through on the phone lines, just jump onto the web for a second if you can. It should be sorted within the next few minutes. It is www.jewellerymaker.com. £24.95 for 90 carats of your Vesuvianite you've got there. AOCI54 is your code for this one. How about with some amethyst? Wouldn't that look gorgeous with amethyst? The purples and the greens. Just trying to have a look. Oh, yes, I do have some. Look at those together. Oh my gosh.
Very Wimbledon.
Huh?
Very Wimbledon.
Yeah, oh yes, very Wimbledon. I like that. Wimbledon. Is our Andy Murray playing any giants today? 6'11". The person he was playing yesterday, 6'11". My goodness me. That's pretty tall, isn't it? Right, adjustable ring mounts for you. These are pretty. I like these. You can do lots and lots with these. And the adjustable ones are great as well. You know, if you want a gift for someone and you're not sure their ring size, it's quite often the case, isn't it? So we tend to go for earrings or necklaces. But if it is a ring that you're after, they are adjustable. So they're great, aren't they? Really pretty. Do you know what? We had the gold ones of these, didn't we, the other day? And Helen and I were saying that we really like them just as they are. They are really pretty, aren't they?
They are lovely, yeah. And the nice thing about the adjustable ones, you can wear them on your toes as well. Because you can open them out and put them on your toe.
Yeah.
So they're really great for that.
I like these. They are really pretty. What would you do with these, Gemma? Because you could use polymer clay and stuff with these as well, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could, or your alcohol inks, or your resins, anything like that on the top. But you could just use them, you know, as holes to thread your gemstones into. So you can do big clusters on top of those.
That would look lovely.
But like you said, I'd be tempted to leave them as they are as well.
Yeah, they've just got so much lustre, haven't they? Just as they are. Really, really pretty. Look at that. They are gorgeous. And you're going to get 5 as well. Oh, I'm loving that look. Really loving that look. Very on trend. Silver plated copper you've got here. Adjustable ring mount, approximately 20 by 18 millimetres in size. You have 5 pieces there as well. There's loads and loads you can do with these. Get them home, have a go. 0800 644 655. And look at me, I'm on autopilot. I do beg your pardon. I'm reading out the phone number. I think the phone lines are still down at this moment in time. If you can jump on the web, please do so at JewelleryMaker.com. Joanne in Northumberland, Anonymous in Essex, Gillian in Devon, you're there as well. It will be sorted very soon, by the way, but if you do have access to the internet, that would be great, because if you've missed out on any auctions, you can come, even on the phone lines actually, if you phone in, I'm sure you can get something that's already been on air, can't you? Yeah, of course you can. Just make a note of the code. Make a note of the code if you're watching at home. Okay, they are back up and running. Confirmation, they're back up and running. All good to go. £7.95. That's for 5. So that's like £1.40 each or something. Silly. That's crazy low, isn't it? Jackie in Shropshire, you're there. Anonymous in Essex. Gillian in Devon. Joanne in Northumberland, you've got yours. Well done to you. £1.59. That wasn't that bad maths for me, was it really? It was a pretty good guess. £7.95. I think I'll be multi-buying actually, especially because they're the adjustable ones. They're pretty, aren't they? Hold those lines. Okay, Gemma's challenge. Now, did Gemma choose this, or have you seen this yet, Gemma?
Yeah, I've got it over here.
Oh, you have?
I haven't started it yet. I haven't cheated.
Oh, these are nice. Wow. These are really... I'm thinking bridesmaids.
Yeah. They remind me of flower fairies. You know, it's that.
Yeah.
it's that lovely amethyst. It reminds me of flower fairies.
Really pretty. They're really feminine, aren't they, these strands? They're gorgeous. I'm loving these. You've got your lavender amethyst there, 230 carats, massive, massive carat weight. You've got your lavender cultured pearls there, 7 by 6 millimeters in size. And you've got your shells there as well, 28 by 10 millimeters in size. Those are gorgeous. Do you know what? Just 2 of those as earrings. They're big drops, aren't they? Really pretty. That could be a simple pair of earrings that you put a kind of, I don't know, £4 price tag on your craft store, maybe? They're gorgeous, aren't they? Really pretty. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of those on there. Really, really sizable. In fact, one of those in a ring. How pretty would that look? Statement ring. Statement jewellery, that's what we're all about today. You wait until you see Gemma's pieces. Oh my gosh. I might dibs them all, except for we've got to give 3 of them away, haven't we? Never mind. Maybe next time. 0800 644 655. Phone lines are up and running now. We're going to have to play catch up, aren't we? You're going to have to get involved today. £14.85 for 3 strands you've got here. And let's not forget, let's take away the amethyst and the shells. Let's just look at the pearls. A strand of pearls for £14.85. No, we're going even lower. They are gorgeous. £9.95 for 3 strands. Wow. That's under £10 for 3 strands. Did you ever think you could get a genuine strand of pearls for like £3.30 something? No, don't be silly. You can. You can. It's not too good to be true. This is just how we roll here at Jewellery Maker. If you've never ever got involved before, do it now because you've got absolutely nothing to lose. It's a free phone number, or you can join us on the web at jewellerymaker.com. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, not from today, but from the day that you get these delivered to your door. You've got 30 days to think about it. Genuine pearls, genuine amethyst, and genuine shells there as well. Oh no, we don't quibble that money back. No. We won't even ask you why you sent them back. If you're not happy, we'll just credit your account. That's it. That's it. £9.95. Unbelievable deal there. If you've got these in your baskets, just make sure you're checking out ZBGC54. What are you thinking with these then, Gemma? What are your first thoughts?
Immediately, those elongated drops make me think of making flowers or floral designs. And I think because they put me in mind of that very feminine floral feel, I think I'm going to do vine work and things like that. Ooh. And maybe I'm going to combine with what's left over from my first kit as extra materials.
Oh, I like.
With the gold.
Did you do any jewellery making on holiday?
No.
You had a complete rest.
Yeah, I didn't do any.
How lovely. I love that. You met one of your fans, didn't you? I saw on Facebook.
I met Diane,
Oh.
Yeah. It was funny. We were sat in a cafe and she was coming up and I didn't recognise her at first because everybody looks different on holiday.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we had a lovely time.
Oh,
a really lovely afternoon.
Oh, fab. So you're booking another one then soon?
Yes, Barcelona, November. Just me.
No messing.
No,
yeah,
just
Barcelona,
me.
November.
Just me this time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sorry, Helen, I wasn't listening. I was in holiday mode. Number 20. How long are you going to go for, Jem?
4 days.
Oh, I went to Barcelona for 4 days.
Yeah.
So nice. So nice. Wow. Have a look. This is the food, isn't it? It's the food. Tapas. Love tapas.
And the wine.
Do you need anyone to carry your bag?
Yes, yeah, you're more than
I'll
welcome.
come with you. Yeah, and the wine. Let's not forget the wine. 3 strands again, fantastic. But the bundles are great for topping up your stash, or maybe if you are brand new to us here at Jewellery Maker, starting off your stash. It's a great, great variation. Not variation. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh no. Anyway, what I mean is basically that you've got, it's a great opportunity. You've got several gemstones there with several colours is what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh. Do you know what? We're only 15 minutes in as well. Heaven help me for the next 17 minutes. Oh, 17 minutes. We have 3 beautiful strands. Again, you've got your nuggets. I was talking about that design that guest designer Jan made a good few weeks ago now. Very similar nugget strand to these here. She'd just taken one of the gemstones, used a half-drilled pendant veil on a solid sterling silver chain. and it looked incredible. Just one of the gemstones she'd taken, and there's absolutely loads on this labradorite strand, isn't there? You've got 270 carats of your labradorite there, 250 carats of your amethyst, and a double strand there of your citrine, 100, I beg your pardon, yes, 180 carats of your citrine there as well. They're gorgeous. Amethyst and labradorite work so well together. They're gorgeous. The amethyst and the citrine together, look at that for summery. Aren't they stunning? So that is a total carat weight of 2, 4, 5, 6-ish. Over 600 carats. Over 600 carats of genuine gemstones you've got there. 0800 644 655. Bearing in mind that we should be here at Jewellery Maker at £6.95 per strand. Always. I don't think we've ever stuck by that rule. Ever. We're at £10.85 already. For citrine, for amethyst, and for labradorite. IRGC70 is your code for these. Why would you not? Why would you not? What can we get for £7.95 these days? In fact, I was telling Helena about, didn't have a great day on Saturday. Had 2 takeaways in one day, golden arches, and then a big pizza later on. But you know what? Either or. The golden arches, that cost me more than £10 for, yeah, 2 meals and an extra fries. I didn't have the extra fries. And then the big pizza later on. And they lasted like 5 minutes. You've got over 600 carats of gemstones. £7.95. You spend £4 on breakfast every morning. Really? You go there every morning for breakfast? Ben, that is so unhealthy. You do need to eat, that's right. Oh right, he's late, he's running late. He just pops off. The thing is, it's on the way here. It's not good. Not good. Okay. Have a little look at these. Solid sterling silver. Wow, these are really, really pretty. I'm loving these. Solid sterling silver. Very nautical feel to these, actually. That roping design, beautiful, isn't it? You've got 3 pairs of your twisted earring hoops with your butterfly backings here. They're for your half-drilled gemstones. If you've got any of the half-drilled pearls or any of the gemstones at home, they are stunning, really pretty. 925, that's going to add value to any piece of jewellery. And also with 925, I'm always saying, if you can, with earring findings in particular, if your budget will let you stretch to sterling silver, then absolutely do it if you can. You've got 3 pairs here with your butterfly backings. So they do have quite that nautical feel, but also that twisted design is very designer, isn't it? There's a lot of big designers giving us that brushed effect, that roping effect within lots of designs. It is very high end. And they are solid sterling silver. There's certain gemstones, especially your pearls, and it might be that you've got your half-drilled pearls at home, where I'd say, do you know what, make sure it's solid sterling silver and nothing less, because gemstones like that you'd expect to see with solid sterling silver. Your pearls, your tanzanite, your rubies, your sapphires, your emeralds, your spinel. Ooh, gorgeous. They're really, really unusual, aren't they? In fact, I've only ever seen these once before. Get involved today. You've still got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Use it. Do you know what? You're not going to need to, are you? Especially not at the price tag that we're going down to. £8.95 for 925 sterling silver. If you are shopping on the web today, open up a new tab. Just have a look anywhere at what kind of prices you could be paying for solid sterling silver. Let's say hoop earrings, because essentially without the gemstone, that's what you have. I don't think you'd get a pair for that price tag. Never mind 3. Wowzers. Hold the lines. Those are beautiful. Okie dokies. Oh. How many of these do we have? Oh, do you know, whenever I pick a strand up and I think, oh my gosh, this is going to absolutely fly, you're going to love this. There's never enough. This is exquisite. Look at these. Oh my days. Black spinel. the master of disguise, often mistaken for that of a black diamond because of that incredible luster. Actually, I prefer black spinel over black diamonds. Love, love, love that luster. Look at the quality of them. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 individual gemstones, really sizable as well, at 9 to 11 millimeters in size. I'm thinking statement ring. What are you thinking, Gemma?
I'm thinking nice gold spacer beads and just pop them around your neck.
Oh.
All of them.
Oh my
gorgeous.
gosh. If you were to do something like that, you'd have to put a 3-figure price tag on this kind of carrot weight, wouldn't you?
Yeah, without a doubt. They're one of my favourites as well, black spinel. I absolutely love it.
It's so classy, isn't it?
Yeah, gorgeous. Or, you know, with one of those and a pearl, or a pearl necklace with one of those in the centre.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be
Oh my
gorgeous.
gosh. Shame we haven't got more, otherwise we could have given Gemma this as another challenge. They are beautiful, and I think as well with pearls, they're really vintage. It really gives it a vintage look, 1920s kind of Art Deco look with your pearls as well. They are stunning. 12 individual gemstones. Earrings, you could simply restrand all of them. It would have to be a 3-figure price tag if you were to use all of these in a design. Look at the size of that, my goodness me. 70 carats across 12 gemstones, so we're probably looking at about 5 point something per gemstone on average there. They are high-end, luxury, glamour. Look at those. Jennifer in Essex, you've just joined me on the web. Congratulations to you. Make sure you're checking out your basket. Low quantity. Oh my gosh, I love them. Love them. And so they are nice. They are nice. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. I've never seen these before. Oh my gosh, look at the colours. Oh, rings. Hello, big statement ring. They are beautiful. Only ever been seen once before. I've never ever seen these before. Your beads on that quartz. Aren't they just, Helena's like, oh my gosh, they're wicked. They are. Look at that. Look at the colours. You've got those gorgeous masala colours in there, haven't you? Very on trend. The jasper hues, the carnelian hues. Oh wow, I'm loving it. Do you know what? There's a lot of oohs and ahs. I wish you could hear what I could hear in my ear. Ooh, ah, ooh, look at that one. Ooh, oh. Look at them. Do you know what? I'm going to have to put this one on my finger. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 individual cabochons here. Can't guarantee you the number of cabochons or the shapes and sizes, but I can guarantee you the carat weight. Look at that on the hand. Oh my gosh. How pretty is that? Aren't they different?
They're gorgeous. I worked with them last time I was on the show, or I had them up close. And they've got a lovely surface texture as well. So they're high polish, but they've got a texture that sort of mimics the design. So they work really well. I think they're gorgeous.
They're so beautiful. Really ornate, aren't they? You are loving these. Anthony in Cheshire, Camilla Jessica, Vivian in London, Marion Anonymous. Oh my days, $9.95, and that's a should be price tag. You've got a pendant here, you've got a ring, in fact you've got loads, you've got absolutely loads. So there were 6 in the picture, but I've actually got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them here. No guarantee to how many you're going to get, but I can guarantee you the carat weight. I love these, such a different gemstone. It's one of those, isn't it, that that works out at 99 pence per carat if you've got 8. Ridiculous. I would be multi-buying. Margaret in Cornwall, you can see no two are the same here. It's like art, isn't it? I love cabochons like this. It's like a piece of art. It's so beautiful. And to me, you just can't put a price on something that's so individual. Individual, no two are the same. They are divine. I'm loving this little pair here as well. Loads and loads of you there. Margaret, you've got 2, Wanda, Julie in Nottinghamshire, Anne in Aberdeenshire, Deborah in Pennsylvania, Anonymous in Devon, Marilyn in Suffolk, well done Danielle, Jessica in Hampshire. Amanda in Hampshire, you've got yours as well. Audrey, Sarah, Lindsay, Sue, you've just joined me on the website. Make sure you're checking these out. I would definitely be multi-buying. Imagine just looking at all of those, how individual they all are. real earthy tones to these. They are stunning. I see what you mean about the texture, Gemma. I can actually feel it as well.
Yeah.
They're lovely, aren't they? You can see and you can feel it. It's almost like, it almost feels like, you know, if you have like a crocodile skin handbag, not genuine, obviously, but that's how it feels. They feel lovely. They have got some fantastic texture to them. They're beautiful. They are flying out of the door, Joanne and Kate Ness, you've just got to as well. So many of you multi-buying. I'm not surprised at that price tag. What a phenomenal, phenomenal deal. Debbie in New Jersey, you've just joined me as well. If you do have those in your baskets, make sure that you're checking out Anonymous in Essex ×3. Wow. You've got your money back on one ring, haven't you? Wow. Wowzers. Okie dokies. Storage. Yes. Loads of storage. Loads and loads of storage. These are fabulous. I love these. See, Gemma, I say these are brilliant for your holiday.
Yeah.
Because they just fit into your case, don't they?
Yeah.
Perfectly. They don't take up loads of room if you want to take all your jewellery with you. They are fabulous. And also, not just for your jewellery, back of the bathroom door, your cotton buds in there, your earbuds, everything else that you need. They're brilliant, these are. Space saving, and that's what I like. I really do. You've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, 15. Me and maths, brilliant. You've got 15 of your little compartments there, so you could fit lots in there. You could fit some strands in there, any of your findings if you wanted to. You could maybe hang it on the back of your craft stool as well, couldn't you? Have it just hanging down there. Maybe keep your cash and bits in there if you wanted to. Any work in progress you've got. You've got 4 bigger compartments, and then on the back, which is what I love, you could hang so many strands on here on these Velcro strips. So you could put your necklaces on there, your chain on there if you wanted to, any of your strands, and they fold it because they dangle nicely, and that's quite, have we got any dimensions on this actually? Because that is really long. So actually your strands are going to fold away really nicely without getting tangled up in there as well. Which is fabulous as well. Not just getting that, you've got this little storage box here, and you've got the 8 stackers. Not 8, 6, sorry, the 6 stacker boxes here as well, which are great for all of your findings, your little seed beads maybe, your crimps, your crimp covers, anything like that. And you can never have enough storage. You really cannot, can you? Loads of you always coming in for more storage. And what I love about these as well is the fact you can just see where everything is. You can find something really, really quickly. You don't have to rummage through loads and loads and loads. They stack up lovely as well. It might be that you've already got lots of these at home, and you can just add these to your collection as well. 0800 644 655. Should be paying my arm's aching. £12. £12. Oh, bless you. Ben was like, hang it on the front of the desk if you want. You would, wouldn't you? You'd just pop it on your craft stool, have your little bits in there. It's really sizable and it is great. If you've got any work that you want to take on holiday, that's going to fit into your suitcase perfectly. Just folds away nicely. It's not going to take up much space at all in your hand luggage, is it? It's fab. 0800 644 655 695 for all of that storage. All of that storage. That is outrageous, Ben, isn't it? Bonkers low. 0800 644 655 BC GC 45. Do you know what I'm just thinking? The last time that I had the hanging storage, I think it might have been a little bit higher than the price tag we're looking at now. And you've got the other 2 storage boxes there as well. Just throwing them in. Yeah, just had confirmation. Last time we had this, it was on for more by itself. I know, it's nothing to do with me, Ben. Nothing to do with me. I'm just the middleman. It's all Helena's fault. 0800 644 655. We're just warming you up for the clearance. You're getting £1 off the storage hanger and the rest for free. Free.
It's crazy.
I like that. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I only noticed the price tag about 2 minutes ago. And I thought, wow, it is really great, isn't it? Because those little, you know, the one, that's it, the clicky one, they cost a fortune on their own. They're at least £4 or £5.
Wow.
On their own. That's if you find it at a good price. I use those for gem rings. So I'll have all gold
Yeah.
jump rings, but different sizes in each one, so that I can see them all there.
Helena just says she wishes you'd have told her that before she took the price tag.
Yeah, well, I could have.
But, you know, you wouldn't have had such a good deal at home today, would you? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching today, by the way. Make sure you stay tuned all day, because this is just the beginning. We've got a summer clearance coming up for you, 4 till 5. The kits are so low in price today as well. It's just not right. Irene in Sussex, Norjan in Essex ×2, well done to you. Beryl in Manchester, you've got 2. Anonymous in Devon, you've got 2, congratulations. Ashley in Greater London, you've got yours, well done. Helena in County Durham, another Helena. Okay, so competition. We've tried to figure out what's going on at the moment, and you know, and we thought, Wimbledon, strawberries and cream. It made me think of strawberries and cream and fruit punch. It's the first thing I thought of when I thought of Wimbledon. So basically, towards the end of the show, we're going to give away 3 pieces of Gemma's jewellery. All you have to do is answer 3 questions. The first question is, Wimbledon is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Name the other 3. I couldn't answer that. Yeah. I couldn't answer that.
Couldn't you?
No, I'm rubbish. I don't watch tennis. I'm rubbish. So Wimbledon is one of 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Name the other 3. Don't text us now. Write it down and text us after the last question, and we'll check all your answers. And then Helena will pick somebody at random. Yeah. Brenda said just so we give you time to have a little look on the internet. But you're not allowed to do that. No. No cheating. So Wimbledon is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Name the other 3. I don't have a clue. Designer inspiration for you. Oh my gosh. This isn't going to last long at all. How many do we have? Was it 63 or something like that? 60. It's not going to be enough. Whenever we have these shapes, these designs, I get so excited. We had some yesterday, if you joined us yesterday, we had the black shell, and I think they literally lasted 90 seconds and we had nearly 200 of them. Yeah, they went really, really quickly. Really, really quickly. These are gorgeous. I'm loving the jasper in this kit. Really earthy tones you've got here. They are stunning. And these shapes, anytime we have them, whatever gemstone, you're there already. It's a good job we've got the DI, isn't it? It's a good job we've got the demo, because otherwise this wouldn't last very long at all, this section of the show, would it? You've got your jasper there, your golden colour-coated hematite plain rounds, and your picture jasper. 70 carats of your picture jasper. You've got your red jasper as well. Look at them. Just look at them. I'm just going to turn them around because they're the wrong way around. There we go. Aren't they good? Look at that. With that gold. Can you see with the gold hematite as well? Quite Egyptian looking. They're stunning. So you've got 90 carats of your red jasper, 70 carats of your picture jasper there as well. So you've got 2 of each of those. You've got your golden colour-coated hematite there as well. With both of those, they look fab. You have your gold coloured wire here. You've got your right, a third of the stock's gone already. Your 0.4mm gauge and your 0.8mm gauge there in your wire. You've got your braided wire in the gold colour, which absolutely flew out. The other day I had it in the silver. You have 5 foot of your braided brass wire there. And you've got 5 pieces of your gold-plated brass necklace collars here as well. There's a lot in this kit, and that price tag is wrong. And you've not even seen it yet. I do know where we're going on price tag for the kits, I have to say. They are stunning. The braided wire that you've got here as well, it looks like you put so much work into the design. Actually, you haven't done that much. I love that. It's fab. In fact, I'm going to take that just so you can have a closer look. We had the silver one the other day, really, really popular. Half of the stock has already gone. You will have to be quick. 0800 644 655. It's those shapes, isn't it, Jasper? They are gorgeous. And look at your braided wire. Adding that detail to your design as well. It does look like you've done the work, doesn't it? You'll cheat. Time is money. 0800 644 655. Tons of you there already. Should be, hang a minute, should be $34.95. How good is that price tag already? She's going to drop the price tag. She's only going to drop it £24.95. Look at those. They're gorgeous. You've got 2 of each of those. 90 carats of your red jasper, 70 carats of your picture jasper, £24.95. I wouldn't be surprised if there's people multi-buying for this kit at all. They're so, we just don't have these shapes enough, do we? They're beautiful, perfect for your bib necklaces. Gorgeous. 0800 644 655. Lots of you with these in baskets. If you do have that in your basket, please make sure that you are checking out. You do need to be checking out your baskets there. How many people have these in baskets, Helena? Okay, there's 21 of you with these in baskets and only 11 left. I did try and give you a heads up. I really did try. You're not all going to do it. You're not all going to do it. Less than 10 left. Anybody multi-buying? Can I see the names? Is that all right, Helena? That's all right, lovely. She's too busy punching numbers. And regretting what she's just done. Loads and loads of you there. Danielle, Jessica in Hampshire, Fiona in Gloucestershire, Margaret, Susan, Anonymous, Anne in Caerphilly, well done, Anonymous in Bedfordshire, Karen in Cornwall, Charlene in the West Midlands, Carol in Dorset, Sylvia, Jacqueline, Kirsty's back in Australia. Claire's gone to Australia today. Yeah, I direct Claire from the morning show. She's gone to Oz today. She'll be in the air for now. Sharon in Yorkshire, Diane in Staffordshire, Tanya in Pembrokeshire, well done, Susan in Hampshire. There's tons and tons of you there. Not all of you are going to do it. I've got Linda, Angela, Pauline, Patricia, June, Heather, Anonymous, Beverly. There's loads of you with these in baskets and you're not all going to do it. I've got 1 left and 27 of you with them in baskets. I can't look. Goner. Oh my gosh. I did tell you. I did try. I really tried. Why couldn't we have more? Well, like a couple of 100, don't we? Okay, are we going over? Oh. Okay, we're going to quickly bring you something else. And then we're going to have some design of inspiration. Wire and tools for you. You've got your fuchsia coloured copper wire here, 0.4mm gauge, and you've got your turquoise 0.8mm gauge. Have a look at these. You have your comfort grip flat nose pliers and you've got your side cutters here as well. Essential tools for your jewellery making. You're absolutely going to need these, especially when it comes to working with wire. As far as the coloured wire goes, we don't have findings with these colours, do we? Like your earring findings, your jump rings. If you're making a really funky chainmail design, really bright pink chainmail, you have to make your own jump rings because we don't have jump rings in that colour. And actually, it's a really affordable way of making your jump rings when you are doing chainmail, because obviously you're going to need a lot of them. And you've got 10 metres in each of those as well. Clear gemstones as well. These wires work fabulously with your clear gemstones. Again, they carry that colour through the clear gemstones. If you can get, I would imagine you get your 0.4mm through there, no problem. The drill hole's quite big on those, quite substantial. And actually, because they're floral, that would look really nice, wouldn't it? The pink with those. Gorgeous. They might be in the clearance a little bit later on. So you're getting 20 metres of wire and you're getting your side cutters and your flat nose pliers there as well. Essential tools. And I know so many of you say, I haven't just got one pair of the cutters. I've got 5 of them. 1 for in the car, 1 for in your craft bag, 1 for in your workshop. If you teach, maybe you're going to need more of them. And it's like a pen, I always say. You know, when you need one, you can never find it. You might just need a few pairs. 0800 644 655 EOGC 79, £16 and 80 pence. We're not staying there. It's Tuesday. That's our excuse today. Tuesday treats. £8 and 95 pence. 2 of your tools here, whoopsie, and 20 metres. You can't use that as an excuse either. Helen just said it's your last shift before your party. Starting the party early. Oh, don't give me that excuse. I'm trying to be good all week.
With 2 takeaways.
Huh?
2 takeaways, that's not good.
Yeah. I'm trying to forget about that, thanks, Gemma. 2 takeaways. I did have a woolly head on Saturday, it's fair to say.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, it's always a good, isn't it? What is it about that? You just always want rubbish food, don't you? I want
fat breakfast.
Yeah. Why not, eh? If you're going to do it, I'm doing one day. Are we going to have some design inspiration now? Yay! Let's go and have a look at Gemma's pieces. Amazing pieces, I have to say. Make sure I'm all untangled. You think I should wear? Oh, right. I think I should wear it all. Yeah, I should just wear it all. Take a look at these. My goodness me. I only got to have a quick look very briefly before we came on out in the studio. As always, Gemma, incredible.
Yeah, it was just so easy to work with because, you know, the gemstones, especially those shapes, they do everything for you, really.
They are incredible.
It was lovely to work with, really relaxing. Wow. Just put it all, you know, it just doesn't matter what combination you even use, you just put it all together and it just works.
Oh my gosh, just look. That's actually my favourite piece, Pete, the piece that you're on right now. I love this, Gemma. So beautiful. No! No! We're giving it away! Really? Oh my gosh. How have you come to decide which pieces you're going to give away, Helena?
I decided.
Did you?
Yeah. I thought, you know, if people are watching, that's the piece they're going to want.
Do you know, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, Gemma. You can just make me another one. It's fine.
Well, I'm halfway through one, so maybe you can have this one.
Yeah. Incredible piece. How long did this take you, Gemma, this one?
That statement, not long at all. Maybe about sort of 2 hours, really.
Wow.
Not long, and that's picking it up and putting it down.
And do you like the braided wire as well?
I love the braided wire. It's really springy. You have to really tame it and you have to be patient with it. But the results that you get are lovely, and it just looks like you've done so much work and you haven't.
Doesn't it? That's what I mean. It really does, and you can see in this design, it looks like you've spent hours and hours and hours.
It looks like a bird, that design. It looks like wings and a tail, and I was contemplating making a head to put in, but in the end I thought I'm going to keep it more neutral than that, so that it's, you know, but you could, if you were one of those people, if you want to adapt one of Rachel's designs perhaps and add that to it, you could put the bird's head sort of central and have it like a bird of paradise.
That's amazing, that piece. I love that. So it could be you that's wearing that very, very soon. They are all gorgeous, Gemma. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of jewellery. Did you have anything left?
I got some ring. There's a ring and some earrings too.
Oh my gosh, I missed those.
Yeah, lots of wire left, and I think one necklace. I think. Have I used all 5? 1, 2, 3. No, I've used all 5.
Yeah.
Just thinking about these, I wear one of these on their own.
Yeah.
And I think if I was to look in sort of your department store, your accessory shops, I think you'd be paying about £4 or £5 just for a collar.
Absolutely,
like that. And that's 5 of those in a kit. That's the kit, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Paid for. So
they look so nice on their own as well, don't they?
I love
You've got so much luster from them as well. They're beautiful. I love this ring. So which pieces are we giving away today?
The earrings and the bird of paradise type affair. And then the other kit, we've got another piece.
Wow. Yeah. Gorgeous. Loving all these designs. They are just, love them. So what are you going to demo for us then, Gemma?
I'm going to show you how to do the piece with the headband and the nose and the nose clip.
Okay.
Because it incorporates a few things that you can either break down and use individually, or you can put it together in the same way.
Fab.
And it shows a different way of using these collars.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right then. Do you want me to put it on so you can see how it works?
Yeah.
Are you not feeling brave enough?
I'm not feeling brave enough. I've got to be like, Gemma, I just can't pull things like this off, you know.
I suppose
Helena's your girl. Helena could pull that off.
I have had it at my nose. Maybe you don't want to have your nose too.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've had it at your nose, I'll let you
wear it.
carry on with it.
I like this.
Wow! Oh my gosh, how cool does that look? See,
It's very Bollywood.
I could not pull that off at all. It looks amazing. It looks so good.
But it's really fashionable to have lots of chain at the moment, and wear chain wherever you can dangle it from, and that seems to be the key.
Oh,
So
it looks amazing.
I thought we'd do one on the nose.
Yes, I like that. It's something different as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll take it off. It might be a bit distracting.
There we go. I'll
That's
pop
it.
that back on. Doris. Calling her Doris today.
Right, so...
Sorry, Gemma. Carry on,
That's
lovely.
right, so I'm going to first show you how to manipulate these headbands, which are great. In fact, when you're making tiaras and things, sometimes you don't want a band that goes around and sits like an Alice band. Sometimes you want one that sort of slips in and goes back. And these are ideal for this because you can manipulate them much easier than you can your tiara bands. So first I'm going to start by making the V for the front of the tiara or headband. So I'm just going to put my flat nose pliers onto the necklace there and just give it a bend. And I don't go too far at once because, you know, they're not necessarily designed to be bent like this. So just take your time with it. Just pop a little bend in first, and that's given us our first bend in there. And then I'm going to run my fingers. I'm putting quite a bit of pressure, so I'm pulling outwards on this side, keeping my thumb here, and just push and rub your finger or your thumb along until you start getting a curve up here. And again, this is a process that you do slowly, and you'll eventually get the shape you want. So just push along, and keeping your hands on it will keep the heat inside, you know, in the metal, and that will help as well. So just keep an eye and make sure it's going where you want it. And if you've got a flat surface, you can sort of look at it from all angles and make sure that you've got the symmetry of those bends. Okay, so this is sort of forming the front then of our headpiece. And then this, that's not the shape of your head. I mean, if you wear it right on the top of your head and you can put it under a bun perhaps, then you could do it that shape. But I wanted it to sort of fit to the side of my head.
Okay.
So then you take, if we go to the end, take your flat nose pliers or your snipe nose pliers, whichever you've got handy, and just again very gently grip onto the end and just twist. And what we're doing is we're sort of flattening this section out by twisting it. So we just twist very gently all along until you get this shape appearing. So now you can see that that is going to sit flush to the head rather than at an angle to it. So do the same on the other side. So start in at one end and then just move down and just gently twist until you've got the shape you want, and then just keep making sure that it's the same. Now you can, if you've got a head mannequin like we've got here, you can use that just to gauge whether you're on track. But really the best way to test it is on your own head, because the mannequin can't tell you if it's digging. Do you know what I mean? So if you can test it on your own head or somebody else that you've got handy. I tried the cat, but he wasn't happy with that, and his head's a bit small, but you could. So there you go. So basically that's roughly what you're looking for. It's like a wishbone. And that now, even that makes a nice collar because it actually sits over the shoulders and rests quite nicely on the décolletage. So you can manipulate these into all sorts of shapes that work for you. So we're going to go with that. And all I'm going to do now is add some decoration in here. So for that I've taken this lovely braided wire, and I'm just going to cut off a section, maybe 10 centimetres, 15 centimetres in length. And I'm just going to make it a nice shape with it. So I'm going to just pop this out of the way. So if I start with the centre, I want a symmetrical shape. So I'm going to make a point to mimic the point that we've already got. A little point like that, start with a fish shape. I'm going to let those cross, so make sure you've got some symmetry. let them cross. Now I don't know if I'm making one exactly the same as I've got there, but this is how I would make a shape for the centre. So cross it over, make sure that the two sides are the same, and then if you just take it, if that's the size you want, just take it slightly smaller, because we're going to put our pliers in, and the pliers are going to sort of make the design expand a little bit. So hold it down firmly, pop your pliers over that cross section there, around those pliers, pull one wire back and the other wire in the opposite direction. When we let go, we should have a symmetrical shape that sort of meets, but we've kept that symmetry. So then these I'm going to then manipulate further, so I'll do the same each side. So we're at this side, I'm going to bring it so that it crosses, like so, and this one the same, so hold in, push it slightly further than you want because there's a bit of spring back, so we go slightly further and let it spring. And then we're just going to make a shape that we like, so make sure that these two ends are the same length, so I need to chop a bit off of there. You can do it by eye, or you can literally fold it in half and have a look. It is so springy this way, you can, so there, now I know they're exactly the same. And then take the end, I'm going to just pop a spiral in. Okay, so I'm going to do a nice loose spiral shape here, and the same on the other side. What this is going to do is attach into the frame, so these aren't going to be up here in this position, they're going to sort of roll down and sit along. So just keep an eye on it as you go, make sure that you're staying sort of symmetrical. That one seems to be much smaller, I don't know how that happened, because we measured it, didn't we? But you'll find that. So just, you know, have a play and a tweak with it and just see what happens. Okay, so then these are going to, once I set in position, I'm going to sort of bend them down, and they're going to form just a filigree detail for the centre, like that. So now I'm going to stitch it into the frame.
Okay.
Have you got something else to bring
I have.
in?
Yeah.
Shall I get that ready?
Excuse me. We've got some more pliers for you and some more wire here. We've got the antique bronze 0.8mm gauge and the turquoise wire 0.6mm gauge. That'll go perfectly with the turquoise wire that we just had. And you've got your round nose pliers here and your cutters there as well. Gemma was just using the round nose pliers there to create a spiral in that wire. So again, it's an essential tool, isn't it? It really, really is. You've got two pairs of your two pairs of tools? No. You've got a pair of tools here and 20 metres of your wire there as well. Great opportunity for you to get these at a really, really low price tag. Did you see what we just did with the others? We're going to go really low. £18.30 is where we should be. GKGC19 is your code for these. 0800 644 655. We're going to honour the last price tag. £8.95 for your cutters, your round nose pliers, your turquoise wire and your antique bronze wire. The antique bronze actually, Gemma, would work lovely with this kit, wouldn't it?
It
with
would.
All the golds and the jaspers and stuff.
Yeah, antique bronze. Used to be my favourite combination was the poppy jasper or red jasper and picture jasper and antique bronze.
Wow.
That was always what I started with.
They look so good together, don't they? They really would. I'd definitely be adding this to my order with that kit. £8.95. Unbelievable deal. And the money that we've saved you on the kit, you could get this, couldn't you? You could. Yeah. GKGC19 is your code for this one. Can you hear Alex again next door? A couple of days ago we had a message through saying, I can hear a lady shouting in the gallery. It's Alex next door if you can hear her. She gets very excited sometimes. She does. Hokey cokey, right. Gemma.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a little one of these lovely coated hematites to the centre there, just to add a bit of detail. So I've taken about 50 centimetres of 0.4 wire, and that's what I'm going to stitch everything onto the band with. So I've put the bead onto the centre, and I'm going to place those there and there, just to draw those two together and keep them in place. And then to make this very secure, instead of having to wrap, all I'm going to do is take this one end of the wire and go back through the gemstone one way and pull it in. Just make sure it doesn't twist round. It should go through nice and easy. The drill holes are plenty big enough to take these through. And then the other one I'm going to come back through the opposite direction, which leaves me with wire both sides ready to wrap into the frame.
Was that your 0.4 wire,
Yeah.
that Gemma? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my 0.4. Right. So just give it a wiggle through. It will come through. There we go. And pull, and if we now pull both sides, that's locked that in really securely. Okay, so now I can stitch this in. So now you just find the appropriate point on your frame to stitch it. So it's very difficult to do this upside down. So I'm going to stitch. I want it to sit, if you can see, because these are a nice flat surface here, I want it to sit in that flat surface. So I'm going to try and position it like so. How is that looking from the front? Oh, it's like doing your hair in the mirror, isn't it? I always go the wrong way. There you go. So about there, and then take this wire, and you can take your time to sort of plan better where you're going to put those wires, but I'm doing it upside down and back to front. So we're just going to wrap a couple of times to keep that in place just there, and the same on the other side. Wrap that in place and making sure that it's sitting inside the frame, not on the outside. 2 or 3 times to keep that there. And then if you want to, you can add some more gemstones along there, but I wanted to keep it quite light at the front of the head. I didn't want it to too much going on. So then we're going to bring the wire up to meet here and attach this scroll here into the frame as well. So if we just sort of evenly bring the wire across, you can, if you want to, cut the wire and do a separate wrap, but I find too many ends of wire when you're making a hairpiece, you know, it makes it vulnerable to catching in your hair and uncomfortable. So I try to add as few pieces of wire as possible in, especially the fine wire in hair pieces. Okay, so 3 wraps in there would be plenty. Same this side. So nice evenly spaced wide wraps around. There's 3, 4, make sure you got the same each side. And then wrap this one in 3 times to keep it in place. 3 or 4, just make it consistent. There, and then I've added a gemstone just to finish it off on this side. So we just add a gemstone in there, and then finish by wrapping.
See, it is very easy. And to look at that piece, you'd think that you'd spend hours and hours and hours on it.
No.
But it's that braided wire as well, I think, isn't it, that makes it look like that.
Now, with this, because I've got this end of wire, I can actually get rid of that by bringing it now back. And this requires a little bit of glue, but I think it's nice not to have these ends. And it is the fine wire that causes trouble with hairbands catching in hair, because that's the bit, the fine wires are vulnerable. So what I would do is pass that back through the gemstone. If I popped a bit of glue in there, and then just trim it. If you just trim that, the other end, gemstone, and then just pop a bit of glue in there, that end is securely tucked away inside the gemstone. It's not going anywhere, and it can't catch on anything. So I'd recommend doing that on both sides, or on any hairband. If you can get your tuck your wire inside a bead, brilliant. It really helps. So basically that's the frame for the headpiece done. As simple and as quick as that. Okay. So then it's making the nose stud.
Oh, can I just stop you there for 1 minute, Gemma? Because I've just been given something, you're not going to believe this. You're actually, like, as if my wish has just come true. I said, I wish we had more of these. Helena, where did you get these from? Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. Every time she says that, I just know some people, I know people, special people in special places. We actually have, oh my gosh, another 4 of these. Do you know, if you missed out on the kit, this is your opportunity now. This is your opportunity. These shapes we don't have very often. I've got another 2 strands of each for you here. So all you'd have to do is keep your eyes peeled for the braided wire. Have a look on the website for some more gold wire. You've probably already got some gold wire in your stash. Headbands, if you wanted to create the headpiece that Gemma's doing right now, you could do that. But my goodness me, I cannot believe that we've managed to get even more of these for you. Start dialing straight away. You saw how quickly the kit went. These are going to fly. How many do we have, Helena? 88. And that's still not going to be enough. I bet so many of you that have already got the kit are coming back in just to get more of these. You've got your red jasper and your picture jasper there as well. 90 carats in the red and 70 carats in the picture jasper there. They are gorgeous. Helena, you are so good at finding these special people in special places. Wow. These are not going to last very long at all. There are so many of you multi-buying. I don't blame you. Oh, they're going to be a sellout, aren't they? Without a doubt, they're going to be a sellout. They're so gorgeous.
They are gorgeous.
They're stunning. They'd look really nice in mookaite as well, wouldn't they?
They would, yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? They'd look great as on fronts of shoes as well. Shoe clips. Or even on the heel of a shoe.
Oh my gosh,
great.
Gemma. One of these days I'm going to come in next time I work with you just with a bag full of clothes and shoes to accessorise for me.
I think you should challenge me with that. That's my favourite thing to do. Yeah.
Right, that's what we're doing then. I've got my eyes on that necklace that you've got on actually. I stood here for a while thinking, right, how has she done that? Let me look at it.
It's simple. We've got this on Tuesday next week. This cord, climbing cord.
Oh, they're gone. They're gone. All right then, shall we do the wire then? We'll do the wire. This is the soft wire that I've got here. How many metres do we have here? 10 metres. 10 metres of your 0.8. So how is this, Gemma? How is this different to the normal wire that we have? Obviously it's softer, but does that make it a lot easier to work with?
Yeah, it does. It's much easier to work with. It means that when you've done a finished jewellery piece, you have to work hard on it. But there are lots of pieces, like if you do Laura binding style cuffs with lots of thumb swirls and detail like that, then this is perfect because it manoeuvres so easily. But it's like anything, it's brilliant for some things, and then other things you want your harder wires like we usually stock. But definitely anything scrolly, swirly, lots of where you want something chunky but you want detail, this is the wire that you want.
Brilliant. And you've got 10 metres of it here as well. Your gold coloured copper wire, 0.8 millimetre. Oh my gosh. One of these days I'm going to get it right for 4 hours. I will, I promise you. £6.95. Again, loads of you multi-buying there. 0800 644 655. Thanks, Ben. Ben said I wouldn't be human if I got it all right. Thanks, Ben. Yeah. I'm not a machine. I'm a human. £6.95. Well then, Carol, you've got 2. Congratulations. Anonymous, you're there. Anthony, Anonymous, Susan. Emma in Greater Manchester, you've just joined me as well. Congratulations. LHAZ18 is your code for this. Nothing to stop you multi-buying, by the way. If you want to come in and get a few of these, you can. You've only got 1 P&P in any one day from midnight last night until midnight tonight. Doesn't matter how many pieces you order from us here at Jewellery Maker, you've got just 1 P&P. That's pretty good, isn't it? It's fabulous. You are checking out straight away. Well done. I think you've learnt after the last few auctions, after the kit and the jasper that we've just had. The best way to do it, not the rule, is just to check out straight away, because you might miss out otherwise. Ben says the only rule here is to have fun. I like that rule. You can stay, Ben. You can stay. Linda, you're there. Jacqueline, Emma, you're there as well. Do make sure that you are checking that out. That's gorgeous. I like that. Lovely. Okie dokie, Gemma, we'll let you carry on.
So we'll make a nose clip now. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways you can do this. I'm going to show you how I've done it on this one. This makes a really secure clip that you can dangle chain from, and it's still you know, strong enough. Yeah. So what I've got here is, this is the 0.8 wire. I think it's 0.8. Yeah, 0.8 wire. I'm going to take a decent length, because there's nothing more frustrating than getting to the end and not having quite enough to finish it. So I'm going to go for a good 50 centimetres to start with. And you can add more detail to it if you've got that as an option too. Then I'm going to add on a gemstone. And I'm going to, no, which should I do first? this way first. I'll add the gemstone on last. So I'm going to take some round nose pliers. Now if you've got your bail making pliers, brilliant, because you make a slightly wider loop here.
Okay.
But this size one will work. All you do is you just use your pliers more as a guide rather than a mandrel.
Okay.
So just to make this U shape. Okay. And then we're going to, depending on the depth of your nostril, so from the dippy in your nose to the edge of your nostril, you want to double that length, okay? So I'm going to guess about this long. And then grip the wires, the two wires together across, and take the shorter wire and just wrap it a couple of times around to secure that loop, or that elongated sort of loop section there. And then we will trim that piece off. Okay, now making sure that this piece then without the cut wire is going to be next to the nose. So this is the bit we're going to bend, so I'll just put that on there so I know. Then here we're going to add on the gemstone onto this long end. Okay, and then we're going to just take the wire, hold on to the gemstone, and we're going to just bend it over so that the gem then sits on top of those wraps. Okay, and then we're going to take the wire and hold the gemstone down with your thumb and bring the wire around it. So I usually do this by just holding and turning the piece, and the wire then sort of molds around the gemstone, almost creating a bezel around the gem. And then we'll keep going and building that up until we're happy with how it looks. I think it's gone a bit narrow, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come out a little bit, just around the outside rather than on top of the gem. And you just now do that until you're happy with the style of that stud, because that's going to be what's the decorative part of your piece on your nose. So trim that now, leaving enough just to do a little spiral to finish it off. And I'm going to sit that, do a spiral with the round nose pliers and just sit that just along there and give it a squeeze just to flatten it all out, make it all sit nicely. Then, I think I have made this for a very long, large nose, but so then we're going to just bend this over. Now the sort of, your pliers are a good thing to do this with. So bend it over like that, give them a pinch together, and then what we've got is like a clip. So this bit here sits into the dimple in the side of your nose. This bit sits on the inside, and you just pinch, and it's surprising how well it will stay. It doesn't need to have too much strength, because if it's too tight it's going to hurt, but this it just sits, and it's surprising how well it will stay and sit. And I've got a chain dangling on that one, and it didn't pull it out. And
you've got the gemstones on there as well,
and it stayed quite sturdy. Wow. So there's a sort of a nose clip. Okay. Now if you want to make it a bit more simple and you didn't want to hang chain, I'm going to cut this one. All you do is, instead of, let me just cut it. So it's almost the same technique, with the gemstone, but instead of having a doubled back loop, you have just one wire, and we'll cut it, and we'll put a nice large, let me find a nice, I'm going to use my bailers because you want a nice large circle at the top, or loop at the top. So we'll just make a loop here, straighten it up, and then that becomes what sits on the inside. So you can have, then you only have one wire coming down onto your nostril, but you know, they both work quite well, but this one's not quite as strong. It's going to be if you've got nothing dangling from it. But there you go, some nose studs, clip-on nose studs for you.
I like that.
I suppose earrings could be done in the same way, but not quite as strong for ears. They're going to get more knock, or you know, when you put your handbag on or flick your hair. But so there's a clip-on nose stud.
I like. Do you know? It's I'm just watching you make it now. It's so simple, isn't it? It really is. I think anybody could do this, couldn't they? But it just looks like you spent far longer on the actual piece than you have. How much would you sell that for, Gemma, do you think?
I'd say for the curiosity of it, maybe around 40, 45 pounds. But the time it takes and the amount of materials, it really costs pennies to make, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Gorgeous. Gorgeous design you've got there. And we've got a question, a text in from Lynn in the Shetland Islands. Hi all, loving the great show as always. Could you ask Gemma, does she draw out her designs first or create them freeform? Oh, interesting.
Kits, generally, I just go for it and think later. Or I'll make something and make mistakes and then have to replan. And that's fine, that's part of my process. But if I'm doing a commission or I've been set a theme, then I will draw. Yeah, I'll start on paper. Doesn't it? But when you draw, you generally want to choose the gemstones yourself when you design. So, but I'm given the gems, so there's my inspiration there straight away. Oh. So yeah, it depends what your brief is.
I always like to know that, actually. I always find that interesting because I'm rubbish at thinking of stuff. I would have to draw, definitely. Frances in Stirling, she says, oh Gemma, what a lovely collection. Just wish I knew the answers to the quiz questions so I had a chance of winning a piece. Frances.
Yes, go online.
No, I'm just trying to say that Frances, you know, should maybe
take her name as inspiration.
Yes.
One of them.
Just trying to help you out a little bit there. Okay, shall we? How long have we got?
I've got some more.
We've got some more. Let's carry on.
I've got some
more.
Love it. Okay, the other one, really nice and simple, and a great thing to do with these graduated pendants is using them with wire and macrame, so you can create. This is how I've created the collar part of the Bird of Paradise style neck piece. So this is just macrame, but what it does is it creates a really firm setting for the gems.
My gosh.
And this in between, this detail in between, looks so nice and neat.
Yeah.
You know, there's no, you don't mind having it on show. In fact, it was a shame to cover it up really with the twisted wire because I quite liked having the macrame section on show. But I'll just show you how to do that. So if you know your basic square knot, that's great. That's all it is. But what I'm going to do is I'll do a square knot just in case you've never seen it before. I'm using the 0.4 wire as the working strands and the necklace hoop as the lazy strand. So I'm going to take on this side, and now this has taken me ages to work out because I'm really bad at doing repetitive things. And even though there's only 2 moves, I forget which move I'm on. So if anybody else is the same as me, you always do your first D, your loop that comes over the top of the lazy strand. From the side that's got the hump on, the bridge. Yeah. So from the bit that's got the bridge over. So I don't know if you can see that there. This side there's a bridge. There, it looks like a little bridge with the wire coming from underneath it. And that side there isn't. So it's always the side that's under the bridge you start with. Okay. So probably nobody else out there as daft as me in that way, but so all you do is you take that wire, make a sort of D shape over the top of the lazy strand, then this wire comes over the top of that strand and underneath and through that loop. Okay, and then you pull. And you pull in nice and tight with the wire, give it a good tug, and then that makes a really neat wrap. So again, from this side under the bridge again, this bit, make that D shape over the top of the lazy strand, bring the other wire over the top of that one, under the lazy strand and up through the loop, and pull really tightly. Okay, so I'll just do one more and then I can add in some gemstones. So 2 of those, one from each side, is called a square knot. Okay. Okay, so I'm ready now to add in some more gemstones. So you want to do
look
that
what I've got! What do you know? It's the macrame board. Would you ever use this, Gemma, or do you always just kind of...
I only got mine about 4 months ago, and I don't know how I've managed without it.
Really? Because I've never actually macrame before, ever.
I use it not just for macrame, but for any time I'm making a bangle that's plaited or holding strands in place while I do ladder weaves. It's just perfect for all those things.
They are really handy, aren't they? Lots of our guest designers I've seen just putting, well, you've got one there, haven't you, on the opposite side, just popping pins in to hold things in place as well. You can tuck your strands in here as well to hold things in place. So they are really, really good. We've always got one there, haven't we?
Yeah,
always.
I think they're great.
Normally full of pins as well. So you've got the macrame board for you here, 39 by 29 centimetres in size UYZX61 is your code for this one. £9.95. And there's lots of different techniques, isn't there, with macrame? I do need to go on the workshop, I have to say. I'm working my way through the workshops, so do bear with me. But I'm actually looking forward to that one. I think it's Mark Smith, isn't it, that does the macrame one?
And I think Deb does a micro macrame. It is such a versatile technique. It doesn't matter what your medium, it's useful across everything. I love macrame.
Wow.
Absolutely love
and it's very therapeutic as well, I've told, isn't it?
If you know, if you can take it in turns. I'm not very good at that.
Is it? I'm like that. I can't do. Yeah. It's coordination, isn't it? It's like, what am I doing? This should be uniform, but it's not. £9.95 for you. Lots of you popping this in your basket. I haven't brought you the macrame board. I don't think ever before. I don't think I've ever brought it to you before. So I've not seen it. In fact, did I have a round one at one time? Did we have a round one?
The Kumihimo.
Yeah, the Kumihimo. That's
similar
what I'm thinking
fabric.
of. Yeah. So I've had the Kumihimo, but not the macrame one before. Take this opportunity at £9.95. If you've never macrame before, like me, have a look on the website. See if the DVD's on there. Get the DVD home as well, £4.95. It's like having your very own guest designer at home. They can talk you through the techniques on there, the guest designers, and also if you get stuck on anything, you can rewind it, you can pause it, you can go back again. They're brilliant. They really are like having your very own tutorial. Maybe you live too far away to get down to the workshop, but yeah, definitely get that DVD and have a look at the DVDs. They are so helpful. I've got 32 at home DVDs. I'm not through them all yet.
32.
32.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to get through them all. That's it for me. I am the kind of person that's like, right, I just need to see that again. Right, I just need to see that again. So it's really useful for me just to rewind and pause and everything.
I've learned anything to do with leather from our DVDs. Anything to do with chainmail I've learned from Deborah's DVDs. Yeah. And polymer clay, all from the DVDs.
They're so good, aren't they?
They're brilliant.
Really, £4.95 as well. I think they're priceless. Brilliant.
Absolutely. Right then, so now I'm going to add in some gemstones, but that's nice on its own, isn't it?
That looks really nice.
Just wear that just like that, and that's a great tiara as well. So you could have it the other way as a tiara band. Right, so now I'm going to add in, start adding in the next one to make the second half of this collar. So just make sure that your curve is, because they're curved one side and the other side's flat. So just make sure they're the right way up. And if you're not sure about which way to thread it on, just lay it down, take your wire and thread it through whilst it's laid down, and then you'll definitely, you've got it in the right way then. Pull it down to where it starts to meet the macrame and just put the bend in like that. So did you see it was sticking out like that because the wire's coming down? Hold it next to the necklace wire and just bend it, and that puts the bend in the wire in the right place, and then it will sit where you want it to. So from there you continue to do your knot. So we make that D shape, take the other wire underneath and through the loop, and then we'll pull, I'm keeping my finger underneath just to keep it in position, then pull the wires nice and tight, and then that's sat beautifully and securely on there. So then to complete that knot, the square knot, you do it from the other side without a gemstone this time, and pull tight, and then that's with one knot complete. It's then time to add in the next one, and you just repeat that until you've got your collar in place. So make sure that you've popped it so that it's sitting nicely. Complete your D. So this helps you get perfect spacing as well, because every square knot is is a certain distance, a certain size. So as long as you keep that consistent.
It really holds those gemstones firmly as well.
Yeah, it does, and it's not difficult on your hands or anything. So there you go, and just continue adding them in until you've got them all combined. And I've left a gap here, and that's where I would then take, if you've got one of these, they're invaluable, or a really nice strong darning needle or something. Okay. Because then in each of these gaps, can you see the bridge? You know, I talked about the bridge a minute ago, these bumps. In each of those, I just pop my awl in and make that that larger, so it's just stretching it out slightly. And then in each of those I can then pop a jump ring to add in my chains. So then they act as connectors as well. Okay, so then you've got them all consistently the same size, and you can pop a jump ring through those, add in your chain or any detail you want in there, and that's how that design comes together. So
that's so pretty. I love these shapes. It's just the way they're graduated. They're just perfect, aren't they? Perfect. Really makes the design look finished, if you like. And as I said before, it doesn't. I mean, with these pieces, it looks like Gemma spent absolutely ages. I guess the braided wire and the graduation of these, it kind of makes them look like so much more work has gone into the piece than what actually has, because you've shown us 2 pieces already.
Yeah, I know. It's
incredible.
2 techniques that are quite high impact as well.
Yeah, very high impact. They are gorgeous. Love them. How much do we have left? Have we got time for anything else? I love this. Can we do the ring or something like that, do you think?
Well, we could complete a bit this section if you want to.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then.
Let's do everything.
I don't know how much you're going to get through. 0.4 wire I'm taking now, and I'm going to make a little beaded section then for the centerpiece of that bib style necklace. So I can remember how I did it. Here goes. Right, this is the other thing that I struggle with. Beady beads I've got now. Yeah. I can do them. But those beaded hearts, no way.
Really?
Yeah, I just can't remember. So I'm going to do a beady bead. I'm going to add on 3 gemstones. Well, it starts like a beady bead. 3 gemstones, drop them to the center of my wire, then take the other end of my wire through the 4th gemstone and pull. Okay, like that. And then, oh no.
No pressure.
Right, where is it? Let's have it over here.
Which one are you looking for? This one, yeah?
Yeah.
There we go.
Right, okay, so then I'm going to... I know what I did. I know how I did this and how it evolved now. Right, so what I was trying to achieve was a circle out of gemstones. Now, when you've got different shapes of gemstones, it's easy.
Yeah.
You put the little ones on the inside, the big ones on the outside, and as you weave through, it forms a circle.
Right, yeah.
You've got all the same, you have to work a bit harder at it, and that's what I was trying to do here. So what I've done is I've threaded 4 gemstones on and taken the wire back through 2 of them. I sound so confident then, I hope this is right.
Famous last words.
It's not what I did. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No,
it's not
it's
what
all
I
right.
did.
It's fine. Do you know, I actually really like it when you make mistakes and stuff, guest designers, because we all do it. We're all human, and it's great to see how you put them right when you didn't.
A ring, a ring, a ring, a ring. Okay. Let's have another go. Right, back through the 1, just like we're starting a beady bead.
I'd love to help you, Jen, but I can't work out what you've done by looking at that either. It just looks beautiful.
Right. And then I'm going to put 1 on each side. Is it really hot in here? Is it just me getting a bit flustered?
Yeah, I think it's the pressure.
Oh, right. So I'm trying to make it come into a circle. So I'm going to put 2 this side. So there's my 4 that I started with. Okay, I put 1 on each side. I put another 1 on one side, and then I'm going to take my wire with the 2 gems on and thread it through the one with 1 gemstone on. I think this is right. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So can you see it's starting to make a curve?
Yeah.
All right. So I think I'm going to do the same again. So 2 on one side, so on the outside. 2 on the outside, 1 on the inside, and then take the wire with the 2 gemstones on back through the one with 1 gemstone on. Okay, and that should start pulling it. Yeah, so now you can see I need gemstones just here to match.
Yeah.
So this gemstone there, and this one becomes the one gemstone. So we go through that one. This is how you make discoveries, you know, because it all goes wrong and then you think, but actually that works. So you can see now I need, each one has got a section of 4. You say 4, 4, 4. So there's 2 of our 4 already. Yeah. So we need another 2 on. So I'm going to put 2 gemstones onto one wire and take the wire back through both of them. And that will then give me like a square or a circle, however you look at it. It's like a circle with flattened out edges. There we go. Okay, so that's then the centre for my design. Yeah. So I attach this onto the thing, onto this part here. And we can do that. What you can do is weave the wire back through the gemstones, which is what I did. I'm not going to do that now, otherwise we won't get through everything. If I just pop one, so you can see if I weave that one back through there, I've then got it in the centre. Yeah. And then I could attach the centre through here. Okay, so let's just wrap that on very briefly, just to keep it in place. Okay, do the same with the other one. Pretend that's done. Just get it into the centre, and then what I did is I had that on there and I had the chains and it just did not look finished. It just didn't work for me. Okay. So that's when I then incorporated the lovely braided wire. So I was very naughty and I used the whole wire from the centre and then chopped off either end rather than trying to work from one end. It does mean that you end up with 2 short lengths of wire leftovers, but at least it means that you can do exactly what you want without worrying about running out or it not being symmetrical. So from this point then I took my braided wire, and it is springy, it does take a bit of taming, but you'll get there. If you can see there, if I just go to the centre of that braided wire and just form it into a loop. How are we catching that? Is it catching okay? So if I put squeeze my fingers onto the top and pull, it will form into a circle. So you do that until you've got the right size to sit around those gemstones there. If I bring it back up to my eye line where I can see what I'm doing, I'm going to use a scrap piece of wire to bind it so that I can, at home, because I'm working with it all like this and I can hold it, I wouldn't use this scrap piece, I'd just bind it straight in, but just for the purpose of putting it into position, and use that piece there just to hold them together. Okay, so that would sit on the centre here. Those wires, the wires that I had from the beads, I would then take, I've made it a bit big, but the wires that are coming then from where I've attached this in, you'd use just to come in between each gemstone and stitch it in place. Okay, so once that's stitched in place, you can then work with these tails, and all I did with those was make swirls, and at every point that I made a swirl, I just used the 0.4 wire just to tack it to the frame, and because of those macrame knots along there, you've got all those lovely holes to thread in, so it makes it really secure. So it's very difficult. It's difficult for me to show you because the wire is springy. Yeah. You do need to hold into it tight at home, and it doesn't want to behave here in the studio. So just make sure that it's around. Can you see how that's going to work? So that sits around there. Let's see if I can make it a bit better for you. So that sits there. You take the wires from the back and stitch the gemstones into place. Okay. And to be honest, without holding that in place, I can't show you the next bit.
I think we get the idea, to be honest. You can just stitch that in along. You could take that however you wanted to as well, couldn't you?
That's it. Let's just show that.
If we show you that one, you can take it wherever you want.
So I've stitched this one in, and then you've got the wires coming over the top. You can, if you follow it, it's just a loop tacked in, take that loop, another loop, tacked in, another loop, tacked
Yeah.
in, and then I've brought it back on itself and just hooked it around either side.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's quite free form. It's
That
quite
looks
free
lovely.
form.
Really
Okay.
beautiful, gorgeous design. Unfortunately, it's not going to be mine. It's going to be yours. Could be yours. All you need to do is enter into the competition today. I'm going to give you another question just after the break. I hope you've written the first one down, and we'll recap the first one for you as well. We've got team picks coming up for you as well. Mine's in there. Yes. Don't go anywhere, and we're back with you in just a few minutes' time.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you will receive 20% off your first order with us? We'll also keep you updated with special offers, theme shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
I like the fact that it's a really versatile medium, that you can, you've got no restrictions with it. You can create lots of organic designs, but you can also create a really structural designs as well if you want to. You can mix it with all of your different techniques. You can mix it with polymer clay, with kumihimo, with macrame, and it's just so versatile. You can just do so much, and there's just no limit with it.
Join guest designer Sarah Elvin on her Kumihimo DVD Edition 2. Create new and exciting Kumihimo designs step by step with Sarah on this DVD. Sarah will teach you new techniques such as the half-flat braid on a round disc, a 12-strand spiral braid, how to add gemstones, the 8-strand shapu, the maru yotsu, and finally how to finish your designs with various clasps and wire elements. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
It's been absolutely fantastic. It's the Resin Projects course, and Fiona is a terrific teacher. She's fun, she's very knowledgeable, and we've learned a lot of things. We're going home today with about 4 different projects, and they're absolutely beautiful. I bought a lot of the resin several months ago when it was on television being demoed, but I've never actually used it because I always like to come to the workshops first before I do anything. And I'm now going to be confident enough to go home and use it.
Amethyst is a gem which you can get in so many different colours, so many different shades, so many different clarities, and at Jewellery Maker we're lucky enough to have pretty much every single imaginable example of amethyst, whether it's natural Coloma Mine Zambian amethyst or whether it's going to be really highly prized lavender amethyst. And it's a gemstone which people have heard of. It's a household name. It's a gemstone with so much heritage, and it's worn by people of all ages, from all classes of society, and it's a fantastic gem to own.
Welcome back to today's Designer Inspiration Show. It's so busy. I'm not surprised, honestly, the pieces we've had so far. I've got clearance hour coming up for you, 4 till 5. We are clearing, and I mean clearing, taking stuff to prices it's never ever been to before. I've also got competition for you today. My favourite piece of jewellery you can win. That's Gemma's. Gemma's made it with her own bare hands. It's gorgeous. If you didn't see those pieces earlier on, we'll show them to you again a little bit later when we announce the winner. So all that we're asking you to do is answer a few simple questions. So the first question this afternoon, the first question was Wimbledon is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Name the other 3. I don't have a clue. I don't even watch the tennis, if I'm honest. Don't watch it. So the second question is, what food is traditionally eaten at Wimbledon? I know that one, but you do need to get all 3 right. You do need to get all 3 right. Don't text us in now. Write them down. Text us in towards the end of the show. We will ask you when to text in. after the last question, and then we'll announce the winner towards the end of the show. So, Wimbledon is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Name the other 3, and what food is traditionally eaten? That's just put the thought in my head now, hasn't it? What food is traditionally eaten at Wimbledon? Yummy. Yummy. Don't text in yet, just jot them down, and we'll let you know when to text those answers in. So, is it team picks now? Right, we're going to start with Ben's. Ben's, let me see, Ben. Oh, good choice. Good choice, Ben. Neon Apatite, beautiful, beautiful gemstone. This is actually a loose gemstone for you. I haven't got Susan to hand, so do bear with me. That'll be the lazy Susan. This is gorgeous. 35 points of neon apatite, and my goodness me, is this neon. Check out your inner glow. Isn't that gorgeous? 35 points in your neon apatite. It's 4 by 5.75 millimeters in size. So if you've got any ring mounts at home that will fit this size gemstone, they'd be perfect. They are gorgeous. Oval shaped gemstone all the way from Madagascar, the most intense colour you've got from that gemstone. It is, I have to say, one of my favourites. It might not be that you want to set this into jewellery, it might just be that you want to collect some of the loose gemstones that we have here. 0800 644 655 ZPGC, 85 is your code for this one. Ben, our director Ben, this is his pick. Wow. Can you imagine buying this in jewellery, a 35 points? We're looking at over 1/3 of a carat, 33 points being 1/3. We're looking at 35 points here. £17 and 85 pence, 95 pence. Isn't that where we're staying? Imagine this. Do you know what I'd be doing? I'd be getting a couple of these. I'd be getting a couple of these. Earrings, I'm thinking. Gemma, could you set these? Could you use wire and set them into the wire? Because I know they're quite a small gemstone. Would that work in earrings maybe or something like that?
If you did some very, very fine wire work, if you use sterling silver, for example, and use maybe a 0.4 wire, you could do it if you were to tumble the wire to work hard on it properly so that it would make a setting. But it would be very, very, very fine work. Yeah, but they look gorgeous with nice earrings. Gorgeous. I'd get a couple of these earrings. That colour's really going to stand out. £10 and 95 pence. Deborah in Leicestershire. Anonymous in Essex, you're there as well. Check out that inner glow. It's magical, isn't it? Beautiful. One more for Ben. I hope we're all going to get 2 each. Otherwise, this is going to be favouritism, isn't it? Okay. Strand of apatite for you. These are beautiful. Wow. Aren't these gorgeous? Really stunning. Gorgeous rounds you've got here. 3mm rounds. They're beautiful. So you could sew with these if you want to. You could use these in your tree of life if you wanted to. They are really delicate. Do you know what I like these? Simply restranded in a bracelet. Really delicate. Just a charm in there. How pretty would that look? That would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? Really delicate, really, really feminine. 15 carats of your apatite you've got here. I'm just going to measure this strand for you, actually, because I don't have a length on this one. Let's have a look. Guessing it's 40 centimetres. 30. Oopsie. Oh, do you know what? I've lost it now. Knocked it, didn't I? 30 to there. Yeah, approximately 40 centimetres in your length on that strand. They're just stunning. The colour is phenomenal. With citrine, your apatite looks gorgeous. With your pink gemstones, so maybe your rose quartz, your morganite, maybe the soft soft pinks and the soft blues as well look stunning together. They really do. 0800 644 655 EIGP 54 is your code for this apatite strand. Beautiful. Get it home. Use your 30-day money back guarantee if you need to. I don't think you will. Not at these prices. No. £7 and 95 pence. Gorgeous. I did have, there's the amethyst. Look at that with amethyst. How beautiful. Oh, you could use those as spaces, couldn't you, in between the amethyst there. That's gorgeous. Anonymous in Devon. Sian in Denbighshire, well done. Elizabeth in Greater London, you've just joined me as well. I love those amethysts. I can't wait to do those. Those are coming up a little bit later on for you. Yes.
So this is my pick. I've got two. Guess what it is? Emerald. Has to be. For me, it's my favourite gemstone on the entire planet. Love this. The reason being is because no two will ever be the same. Known for their inclusions, it's Mother Nature's fingerprint within the gemstone. So, you know, I could have a 1 carat solitaire, Helena could have a 1 carat solitaire. They might be the same colour, but they will be completely different, and that's what I love about this gemstone. Now, hands up, I'm all about Zambian emeralds. I am. Many collectors and many connoisseurs will tell you that it's all about Colombian. Colombian emerald is some of the world's most sought after, most desirable, and can command some of the highest price tags. Very, very collectible indeed. I think I've seen 1, maybe 2 other strands of Colombian emerald here at Jewellery Maker. This is not a gemstone that you get very often at all. We're not just talking emerald, we're talking cream of the crop in your emerald here. We're also talking 2 billion years in the making. Wow. And look at the colour. For some of us, it's all about colour and the colour that a particular location brings us. For some of us, it's all about inclusions. For some of us, it is all about location. And if for you it is all about location with your emerald, it's probably Colombia. Some of the finest we have ever seen. And you've got 20 carats of Colombian emerald right here. On our sister channels, if we were looking at anywhere near this carat weight, which I've never seen before, we'd be pretty much looking at a one-of-a-kind Elite collection. One of a kind, one of very, very few. High-end. 0800 644 655 VNJN03. £44.95 for 20 carats of Colombian emerald, and we're not staying there. £34.95 for 20 carats. If you can get 20 points of Colombian emerald anywhere at that price tag, I'd be really, really shocked. For 20 points. We've got 20 carats of your beautiful graduated rondelles here, 3x1 to 4x2 millimeters in size. They are stunning. You've got to get these home. They are beautiful. Wow. Okay, some more emerald. Yes, please. Have a look at these. Oh, wow. Would you put them together? With sapphire, with rubies. Emeralds, one of your big 5. Let's not forget, worn by kings and queens for centuries, hundreds of years. And we're bringing you such big carat weights right now. You've got to get these home. They are gorgeous. Your micro-faceted emeralds. I love the micro-faceted gemstones. I love the micro-faceted strands. And that is because of exactly what I just said I would do with the other strand. Simple bracelet. How pretty does that look? Solid sterling silver clasp. Little charm in there. One of the star charms, maybe. That's just going to look divine. Zambian emerald we're looking at here. So Zambian. Many collectors, many connoisseurs tell you it's Colombian. For me personally, it's always been about Zambia and the colour that Zambia gives us within our emerald. We're talking 50 million years in the making within your Zambian emerald. They're little pieces of history. That's what you have here. Now, all of our Zambian emerald comes from the Gemfields mines over in Zambia. Have you heard of a massive designer called Fabergé? Yeah, I don't think there's many people that haven't heard of Fabergé. Well, Gemfields have recently bought Fabergé. If you go and have a look on Fabergé's website and you have a look at Zambian emerald in particular, you'll struggle to find any price tags. Those emeralds have come from the same mines that these have come from. And let's face it, we all know if you put a designer name next to anything, you can put a few zeros on there, can't you? 0800 644 655, 10 carats of Zambian emerald should be £34. You can forget that price tag today. We're bringing you deals, deals, deals. $25.95. I would take this strand, get it valued just as it is for 10 carats of Zambian emerald, please, please let me know if you do that as well. I think you'll be shocked and amazed. Just throwing it out there. This was a ring that I bought here from the Jewellery Gemstone Company, Zambian emerald ring. I had it valued at 10 times what I paid for it. Just throwing it out there. I know, I was pretty chuffed. 0800 644 655. Lots of you with these in baskets. Make sure that you are checking out DIJN17 is your code for this one. Hold those lines. I love that. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Helena's pick. Pearls. Good choice. Wow. Have you seen these, Helena? They look pretty round. They're gorgeous. Never ever been seen on their own before. They are stunning. Your light peach culture pearls, 6 by 5 millimeters in size, millimeter in it. They look round, don't they? They look perfect. They're so, so delicate. I always think with your peach especially, smoky quartz looks gorgeous with your peach pearls. They really do. Any colour pearls that you've already got in your stash would look fabulous with these. Simply restranding them and popping a solid sterling silver clasp on there, job done. In fact, we had a customer a good few weeks ago now message in and tell us that she bought a strand of pearls, £19.95 is what she paid for them here at Jewellery Maker, and she restranded them, added a solid sterling silver clasp and had them valued at £495. It's a no-brainer. No-brainer. Gravy strand, as our guest designer Jan would say. Wow. I'd get quite a few of these and just restrand. This is the thing. Have you seen the prices of pearl necklaces? 3 figures? In fact, I don't think I've seen a pearl necklace in double figures. Not in a high street, not in a boutique jewellers. £6.95. Gemma's nodding at you now. Unbelievable. Sometimes there are no words. Just because it's Helena's favourite. Unbelievable. No wonder Kathy in Somerset, you've got 2. Weldon Anonymous, you've got 2. Stephen in Hertfordshire, you've got 2. Tons of you there. Make sure you're checking that out. My goodness me, £6.95. Okie dokie. Another one of Helena's picks. Do you know what? There's like so much stuff here.
That looks like my bedside table.
Oh, I haven't even got one, Gemma. That looks like the floor by my bed. Yeah, it's pretty busy down here. There's loads of treats for you. Have a look at these. More pearls for you. Oh, look at these colours. Aren't they gorgeous? Summer chic. Your lemon pearls and your orange culture pearls you've got there. Really, really beautiful. Your lemon pearls are 7 by 6 millimeters in size, and your orange culture pearls are 8 by 7 millimeters in size. Again, bridal jewellery. For those of you doing tiaras, which you could do actually with the, what do you call them? Collars, thank you, Gemma. From the kit that we had, couldn't you? You could create tiara designs with those as well. Beautiful for your bridal jewellery. Simple stretchy bracelets as well for the bridesmaids would look fab. Or just because they're pearls. Top of the list, diamond solitaire pearl necklace. That's just my top 2. My list is huge, but for most of us it is diamonds and pearls, isn't it? Classic, timeless. Just making simple earrings, simple pair of earrings, because they're genuine pearls. Have a look around. In fact, I don't know, probably 3 months ago, local shopping centre. It was a jeweller's. I say high street jewellers. It was on the high street, but it wasn't a high street jeweller. And there was some pearl earrings in there, £1,250. 2 little pearls. There were tiny diamonds above them, to be fair. Could not believe it. They were round, you know, but just do your research. Please, please do. You'll be shocked and amazed. You'll be lucky if you can get synthetic pearls, the kind of prices that we go to. Fran in Powys, you've just joined me on the web. Anonymous in Essex, you've just joined me. £10.90. That's for 2 strands of pearls. 2! But, oh my gosh. Buy one, get one for £1. Yes, please. £7.95. So just had a strand for £6.95. Now you've got two for £7.95. Anonymous in Cardiff, Sylvia in Cambridgeshire. Do you know what? You still get a 30-day money-back guarantee. We don't take that away from you just because we're bringing you great price tags. You know when you go into shops and you buy something in a sale and they say, you can't return this. It's credit note or exchange only. Really, really gets on my nerves, that does. Don't get it. I don't get it. I've still paid you. Yeah, I've still paid you for it. But no, none of that here. It doesn't matter how low we go. You've still got your 30-day money-back guarantee. That is no quibble. Alison in Perthshire, Anonymous in Cardiff. Exactly, Helena. Helena just said, who would want to send them back at this price tag? Modern take on a classic. I like that. They are with those colours. They're gorgeous, aren't they? I'm seeing smoky quartz in with these again. It's the yellow and the orange, I think. They'd look perfect. What would you put with these, Gemma? Would you put anything with these?
I think they look lovely with the pearls that we had on a second ago as well, because they're the sort of bridge colour between the two. But yeah, other pearls or just your metals, antique bronze would look nice, and it would tone down the sort of the more zesty colours in the orange. It would tone down those.
Yeah.
Yes, that would work nicely. But I think the pearls go with pretty much anything, don't they?
They would. They're so dreamy. You just wouldn't even think twice about it. And if I were coming in to buy these to make jewellery for other people, I'd definitely be getting a couple of strands for myself as well. Multi-buying. They're going to go with everything that you wear, aren't they? Whether you dress them up or dress them down, they just look gorgeous. Andrew in Derbyshire, you've just got two. Well done. If you've got those in your basket, make sure that you are checking out. Righty-ho. Our Pete's pick. Okie dokie. So, for Pete, sapphire. High-end Pete, his name is from now on. What do you love about this, Pete? What do you like about sapphire? I love that. I just said to Pete, what do you like about this? He just pops his head in. It's blue. Yeah. Do you know what, Pete? Sometimes, like I say, there's just no words, is there? It's sapphire. It's simply, he loves it because it's sapphire. You don't need an explanation for that, do you? It's sapphire, one of your big 5 at Gemstones synonymous with royalty. The royal engagement ring, of course, is sapphire. Other than diamonds, I think sapphire is probably the world's most famous gemstone, isn't it? It's not like, you know, you might get a fluorite where someone says, oh, what's that? Sapphire. Oh, I know sapphire. I know sapphire. Really expensive gemstone. Not if you shop here. Not if you're shopping here at Jewellery Maker. Look at the quality of these sapphires. 10 carats of your rondelles you've got here. 1mm to 2 by 1mm in size, 18 centimetre strand. Look at that colour as well. Textbook. When you think sapphire, do you think royalty? Do you think blue? We generally think one or the other, don't we? They are stunning. With the Colombian emeralds that we just had, oh my days. They are completely natural as well. 95% of the world's sapphire is treated in some way. 95%. That leaves us with only 5% in the entire world that is completely natural. These are completely natural. They are so beautiful. 0800 644 655 FGGZ 61 £34.95. Bearing in mind, this is one of your big 5. This is a big carat weight of sapphire. Do you think you'd find that price tag anywhere else?
No.
I challenge you. Use your 30 days. Use your 30 days. Have a look around if you need that time to. I don't think you will. £34.95. Should we do one for our Ryan? Ryan's not even here. Oh, you're so thoughtful, Helena. Ryan's not even here, but he's part of the team, so we're gonna do his favourite gemstone anyway. Well, actually, it'd be rude not to because it is labradorite. Woo! Oh my goodness me! This is gem heavy. Look at this strand. What is your favourite gemstone, Gemma?
Oh, it's difficult because I say I am fickle, it changes.
Yeah.
But labradorite, in terms of its just sheer awe that it gives you, it's got to be labradorite. Yeah.
I think it's up there, isn't it, for
Yeah,
most
it's
people,
beautiful.
labradorite. It's one of those. Emerald's always been my top, but sometimes it's really hard to choose. Like, if I take emerald out of the equation, for me, labradorite, apatite, fluorite, I can't choose.
Neon apatite is my second, and I think they go so well. Neon
Yeah.
apatite and labradorite, so I've got quite a bit of that.
Yeah, I love labradorite. Oh, how did you get on with your necklace?
Yes, I wore it.
Yeah.
I wore it, and it did. In fact, I wore it with this top.
Yeah.
So it worked really well because it just was twinkling away. Yeah.
Yes,
it looked
we
lovely.
had some gorgeous labradorite before Gemma went on her holidays, and so she borrowed it. It was gorgeous, gorgeous. You could recreate exactly the same design with this strand as well. Look at the colours coming through there. Gorgeous blues, beautiful greens. That is exactly what you should be seeing from labradorite. Completely natural. And look at the labrador essence there. It always reminds me of the moon on the ocean at night time. If you've ever been for a walk on the beach, it's very romantic. Very romantic gemstone, very mystical. With your moonstone, looks dreamy. Only 27 available. 245 carats. We're at £27.95. Look at those go. They are beautiful, aren't they? £22.95. Earrings. You could make so many pairs of earrings here. Let's have a little count for you. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's a good 60 gemstones. Good 60 gemstones in this strand. 30 pairs of earrings, £10 each for labradorite earrings, all day, every day. That's like £600. Wow! Oh my gosh, no brainer. Sissy in Oklahoma, well done. Jane in Leicestershire, Margaret in Ayrshire, you've got yours as well. If you think they look good now on screen, wait until you get them home. You will not believe your eyes. Just incredible. The quality of our labradorite is magnificent. Our Madagascar deposit is unbelievable. And I did hear somebody say, it was PB herself, she said the other day, I overheard her say, you should see the labradorite that we've got coming in. And I was thinking, really? Look at the labradorite we've already got. Can it get any better? It's exciting, isn't it? Pamela in South Yorkshire, Anonymous in Essex, you're there as well. AXRU41 is your code. I love these. Look at the carat weight that you have. Simple, restranded. Look at that, gem heavy.
That would match my necklace nicely.
Wouldn't that just?
Would you like me to make it into a bracelet for you?
You can make a little bracelet, Gemma, if you'd like to have another little extra challenge. I'll just put that there for you. There you go. Designer inspiration time. Another fantastic kit. Statement jewellery. Oh my gosh. I don't think statement jewellery even begins to describe the pieces that Gemma's made with these. Look at the size of these. Oh my gosh. Whoa. They're huge. They are massive. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total. 10 of your agate slices. I've got your purple and your black. So I've got 500 carats of your purple agate. And I've got 650 carats of your black agate. Guaranteed to get 5 of each of those. Really, really sizable, aren't they? These are so fab. I love these. Great for your wire work, for those of you doing your wire work, your pendants or anything like that. They're also great for photography, I think. For those of you that do make jewellery as your business, if you've got a website, popping them into in the photograph, you could place a ring on top of one of these agate slices and it looks beautiful, really looks professional as well. Decorating your craft store with them as well. I'd be multi-buying. 10 of these you're going to get in total. They are so sizable. 71 by 55 millimeters. in size. That literally, that takes up the whole of the palm of my hand. Just that one. They are gorgeous. And you've got your wire here as well. So you've got your silver coloured wire, you've got your 1mm gauge, your 0.6 and your 0.4mm gauge wires there as well. So that's 30 metres of wire to be going on with all of these agate slices. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that. Huge pendant. Stunning. Look at that. I love the agate slice. You've got that real back to nature look, haven't you? Reminds me of a geode. They're beautiful. I can't believe the size of these, and you are guaranteed to get 10, 5 of each colour. 0800 644 655, or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. I think I might be multi-buy, because when it comes to gemstones of this size, you know, I'm thinking your wire wrap pendants there. Gemstone of this size, goodness me, I think you could get your money back on one pendant easily. If you haven't already got these in your basket, do it now. The last kit sold out so quickly, and this one will too. We only have about 60 opportunities for you to get involved. Andrea in South Yorkshire. Heather, oh my gosh, that's only a should be price tag. Wow, that's a should be price tag. For those of you on the phone lines, you need to have us on speed dial. You really do. We're going even lower. Anonymous in Devon ×2. Well done to you. Catherine in Essex, you've just checked out. Oh, I said money back on one pendant. I think you could probably double your money on one pendant. Oh, wow. Look at this one. Look at that colour. Chocolate box purple. Ooh, it's made me think of chocolate now. Absolutely tons of you with these in your baskets, and loads of you multi-buying. Terry in Lancashire, you've just got 2. Well done. Anonymous in Cardiff. Patricia, Liz, you're there. Alicia, well done in Greater London. Tons of you coming through. They're going to go really, really quickly, so please do make sure that you're checking out. Let's go over and have a look at some of Gemma's pieces. Now, it's about statement jewellery. Statement, understatement. Oh my gosh, wait until you see them. They are mad. Make sure I'm all untangled. Gemma, they're gorgeous.
They are gorgeous, and you keep thinking you found your favourite one, and then suddenly you find another favourite.
Look at this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at, oh, this is what I love about them, because they're all so different, aren't they?
It's worth multi-buying, so you've got that variety, just, you know, because you don't know. This one, my demo kit, my kit that I had to do samples with, is totally different.
Yeah.
All the, you know, the gems are different. And in some ways, sometimes you want a smaller selection to do some designs, because I mean, I mean, these are humongous, aren't they? Some of them.
They are just huge. I love that. Look at the wire work on this one. They are stunning. And gemstones this size as well, I would imagine, Gemma, are really great to start practicing your wire work on, aren't they?
And it is totally addictive. So when you do get a nice bundle of gemstones like this, I couldn't put it down, so I think, well, I'll just do one. I've done enough now for the show, you know, telling myself I've done enough. And then you think, I'll just do one more pendant, and I'll just do one more pendant. And before you know it, you've done them all. Yeah. And, you know, you can't help yourself. So
multi-buy then, I would say.
The nice thing as well is if you're new to wrapping pendants, sometimes they're cabochon, because it's got that dome on the top. It's difficult to capture. With these, they're flat both sides. So it's a little bit easier, maybe if you're starting as well.
That's worth knowing, isn't it? So that'd be helpful for all of you newbies, as am I, with wire work. I think I'm slowly getting to grips with it, slowly. But it's great to have all this wire in this kit as well, because there's enough wire to practice with there. You've got 30 metres of your silver coloured wire in there. So just get this home, have a little practice. You know, as Gemma said, with them being flat as well, that might make it slightly easier for you if you're just starting out. Get them home, have a practice. You've got your 30-day money back guarantee. You could create some fantastic designs with these, couldn't you? You really could. And when you do, enter them into the Wall of Fame as well. If you're going to be making these pieces anyway, you might as well put them into the Wall of Fame. You might as well, mightn't you?
Yeah.
You could win £100 credited to your account. Do keep your ears peeled. Ears peeled?
Yeah.
Eyes peeled?
Eyes peeled.
Ears down, eyes looking, on a Wednesday morning, because that's when the draw takes place for the Wall of Fame competition. Send them in. We'll give you some details about that later if we could. Is it Mike directing now? Great. Brilliant. If we could do that, that would be great. Just let people know how to get involved on the break. Yeah, because I think it's well worth it, you know, well worth it. All of your jewellery that you've made, just let us see and enter it into the Wall of Fame at the same time. Brilliant. So Gemma, you've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look at this. Oh my gosh. 8 pieces in total.
The brief was make a statement. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with these gems. Exactly. Look at that. My goodness me. What kind of price tag do you think you'd pop on that, Gemma?
Oh, I think you'd be looking upwards of 70, 80, wouldn't you?
Easily.
But,
With three of those. They're huge, aren't they? The wire work's fantastic in these as well.
It's really
Love
simple
them.
techniques, and not too. It's broken down nicely into stages. So if
Yeah.
you just want to do a bit at a time, you can. You don't have to do the whole thing at once.
Wow, I love that. Real statement piece of jewellery there. Lots of you with these in baskets still. £21.95. We're down to the last 53, 51 chances, and that quantity still going down as you're checking out on the web and people coming through on the telephone lines there. QNGC67 is your code for this one. Please make sure you're checking out. The first kit sold out really, really quickly, and I think it's safe to say this one will too. Gorgeous pieces. So what are you going to demo for us then, Gemma?
I'm going to show you how to do the bib.
Okay, fab.
Well, the main structural part anyway as a bib, and then we'll see how far we get.
Yeah, wonderful.
Okay, but the great thing about doing this project is it's also an individual cab wrap, a really simple one.
Yeah.
So if you want to just stay at just the cabochon wrap, then you keep it there, and if you want to add the other elements, then we can do that too.
Yeah, fab.
Okay, so I'm going to start with showing you how to actually wrap the individual cabochon.
Okay.
Because I've made 3 individually wrapped cabochons first. Okay, and then put them together. So what you do is you pick your 3 stones or 3 slabs, and I've chosen here 3 that sort of tessellate nicely. So that's creating quite a nice sort of fan shape, because if we're making a neckline piece, we don't want it straight like this. It's a bar, so we do want to sort of angle it. So these 3 worked really nicely for this project. So I'm going to take one at a time, and remember which 3 you've picked, because they do get muddled up. So take one at a time. I'm going to take my 1mm wire, and I'm going to make sort of a frame for it. So as I'm pulling the wire from the reel, I'm softening it with my hands. So get some heat into the wire, make it nice and easy to manoeuvre. And I'm going to start just off the top, so just off the. I'll tell you what, there is another thing to consider. See, this is slightly beveled here, so it's got a slight, slightly smaller one side than it is the other. So turn it over so the largest side is there, and then you can use it like a template then. So if we hold it down, hold the wire next to it, and we're just going to roughly, this doesn't have to be perfect, just roughly go all the way around, making sure we've got the rough shape of this gemstone. So come further around than you need to, so just trying to about here. Okay, we're going to do that with this same piece of wire, so we've got 3 times around, and at the top where it crosses over there'll be 4. Okay, so I can take this away now, I don't have to hold that, and I can do it, because the shape's only rough, I can do it from here. So as long as I hold where it crossed together between my fingers and don't let that slip too much, we can then take this wire and just with your fingers just roughly echo the shape that came before. Okay, so you can take your fingers off, you don't have to stay in the same place, as long as you're sliding them around, not letting go of what came before. So we're almost round for the second time.
Would you recommend working from the reel when you're doing this part?
Well, yeah, it doesn't make it any easier when you take it off. In fact, it might be harder because the wire tail will be flicking around. But just make sure you've drawn off plenty, so that you're not catching it and having to unravel it. But you don't need to cut it, and it will save you some wire as well. Okay, so we're almost 3 times round now. You see what I'm doing is I'm holding where all together, and then just sliding my fingers along, and it's automatically taking that wire, because it's like acting like a guide. So we're going to have 3 rows now, and at the top where they cross over there'll be 4. Okay, so again, allow a little room for crossover and cut it just off the top. I'll just cut it on the side there. And then what we're going to do is holding all of them together, but making sure they're not crossing over. So we want them parallel, like so. So pull them out slightly so it's like a spring, just so that you can pop them back together, and make sure that they are all running parallel. There's no wires crossing over. Okay, I'm going to take some 0.4 wire, which is over here. Now this is, if you've got little scraps, I find that these are useful for this bit. So what we'll do is I'm just going to do one, and I've got one that I've got prepared. So make sure that they're all, just take some time to make sure they're all sitting together and all the circles are roughly the same size. Okay, and we're going to start by wrapping all 4 wires together at the top. So just take your 0.4 wire round and wrap. I'm going to do, let's go for 6 or 7 wraps, nice and tight. Okay, trying to keep those wires flat underneath the wraps. Let's go to that. Then push the wraps together. Give it a good tug so it's tight, and then take your flat pliers and just pinch over it, and that's going to keep it very tight there.
Okay.
And we cut them on the inside of the circle, because that's going to be where the gemstone is going to be anyway. Okay, so we do that. And if I bring this one in now, I've got one here that I've done, and I've wrapped already there at the top. That's the one we've just done together. And I've wrapped then around at the sort of compass points then, so north, south, east, west. Okay? So then I can pop my gemstone into this shape. Just check I take the right one. The right one. Yeah. So I'm going to pop that into position. And that just sits around the outside. Now you might need to manipulate it a bit, because obviously they're wobbly, you know, and we've just made a circle and they've got wiggly edges. So if you just pop it into place, and then just push and against the wires to get them to sit roughly where you want. Again, this isn't too important because the next stage will bring everything in anyway. But there we go, we've got it sitting around. Wow, look at that. Sorry.
I know, they're gorgeous, aren't they? Sorry, didn't mean to distract you. They're coming up in a second. That caught me off guard. Okay, so we've got them around like this, and I'm going to take these 2 tails, you know, these overlaps that we had, and we'll just pull them so that they're sitting on top of the gem, one each side. That will just help keep it where we want it for now. It's just an extra little help in hand. And then decide which is the front and back. I like this as the front. So this is the back. And all I'm going to do is just take my fingernail or my thumb or whatever you've got, just to pull these wires. So you can see we've got 3 wires running. 3 wires running all the way around the side of the gemstone. So the centre one is going to stay around the outside of the gem. The others are going to be pulled in like that. So we just take the one that's uppermost and just pull it in. Don't worry about this, what it looks like just yet. This is the back as well, so it's best we do this bit first. So there you go. That's now caged from the back. That gemstone can't go anywhere. Now if we flip it over, we can then make sure that the front is maybe more decorative or in the design we want. So one way of doing this is just, you can see I've just used my nail just to part the wires so I can get my pliers in. What I've done is just the most simple design really, and that's grab hold of the wire with the tip of your flat nose pliers, and just as you've got it held down, just twist your wrist, twist your pliers, and you get this wave. Okay, so that one's there. You do that with all 4 sections, and depending where you put your pliers when you do this will give you a different effect and how far you twist round. There's 2. Go to this side and give it a twist. That. And this side and give it a twist. So there we go. That gemstone is very secure. It can't go anywhere. Wow.
Okay. So that's a very simple cap set.
I'm glad I've seen that now, because I've got some labradorite cabochons at home and I've been trying to do it, and I was saying to Laura binding the other day, I just can't get the wire to sit still for me.
You can do that really nice and simply. Yeah.
I'm going to bring you these now. I've got some alternative slabs for you that are called our Gemini. They are phenomenal. Look at those colours. Reminds me of fire opal. Gorgeous oranges and burning oranges within these. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slabs here, 990 carats. I'm not guaranteed to give you 5 individual slabs here, but you are guaranteed the carat weight of 990. So you might get a few more, you might get less, different shapes, different sizes, but they're all so individual. This is the great thing. So multi-buy and get them home. You'll find that every single one is completely different. They are beautiful. So maybe you've already checked out for the kit and you've got your agate there. Maybe you want to come in for these, the sand coloured agate as well. They are stunning. Look how individual they all are.
They're beautiful. I love those colours.
They're stunning. Yeah. And what I like about these as well, Gemma, is if you've got these on your craft stall and your customers come along and want a piece commissioned or anything like that, you can get them to pick their favourite one. Yeah. Because they are all so different, aren't they?
Yeah, they can just pick the cabochon they like.
Yeah.
Really
I think this one's my favourite. Look at those reds. Look at those oranges.
I think that might be my favourite too.
That's gorgeous, isn't it?
Really
I'd be getting these as well. 1 P&P as well in any one day from midnight last night until midnight tonight. Doesn't matter how many pieces you order from us, doesn't matter how many times you're logging in, logging out on the website, you've only got 1 P&P, and with the money that we've saved you in the kit today, I'd be adding these to my order. 0800 644 655. £25.95 is where we should be for these, but we're going to go even lower. And actually, one of these in a wire wrapped pendant, you've got your money back. £21.95 for you. I mean, what kind of price tag do you think you just put on one of those, Gemma?
I think with the leather cord, the most simple setting, easily £30, £25, £30 just for the one.
Definitely.
But there's one I've made somewhere on the black velvet bust. Not that.
Is it this one here?
The one in front. Sorry, the one with the...
This one?
Nope.
This one?
No.
This one?
Yay.
Yay. Got there in the end.
That one, I've just opened up a ribbon cord end and glued it to the cabochon. So if you flip it over, you'll see. So if you're not a wire wrapper or you're not feeling confident, I mean, that's very simple.
Oh my gosh.
With an opaque gemstone like this, it works really well.
And is that the cement that you use to do that?
Hypo cement, yeah.
Wow. That's fab, isn't it? Yeah. And then you've got your money back there, and there's hardly any work on that at all, is there? Right. £21.95. Lots of you with these in your baskets and lots of you on the phone lines there as well. It's really, really busy today. If you are on the phone lines and there is a tiny queue, do remember it's a free phone. It's not going to cost you a penny, and you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee as well. If you haven't dialed yet, do it now. SDNV30 is your code for these. I love those. Look at those colours.
They're just like shiny. They're so glossy. They look
beautiful.
Almost like they've been varnished.
Yeah, they do, don't they? They're polished beautifully. Right, Gemma, I shall let you carry on, lovely.
Okay, let me just pinch this one.
Okay.
Right, so I'm just going to show you, pull this one in for a second, because this is this technique, but then just used on its own with as you know, incorporating these parts here into the bail. So with this one, I'm going to tuck them down and do a spiral with these end bits. But on this one, I've just pulled them up to make a bail area just there on the top. So it's the same technique, and I've added some extra wire just for a bit of extra detail, but that's what I'm saying, you can take it further. Okay,
that's beautiful.
Just thought I'd show you that one.
Love that one.
All right then, so back to this piece then. This little bit here, we don't want a straight piece of wire, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it down a little bit, I think, and just pop a discreet spiral in here. I don't want it to be really necessarily part of the design, I just want to sort of neaten the wire up. So I'm just pop quite a discreet spiral there, and I do the same on the other side as well.
Okay.
All right, so we do that, we do 3 of those so that we can link them together. So if you imagine we've got our 3 done, and they're all ready, so arrange them how we like them, and then we're going to make some sections to bring them in together into sort of a solid piece.
Okay.
So what we need to do is, you can see that the formation that's made here is like what's that shape called? It's like two arcs that sort of meet like this. So two diamond shapes we want to appear. So we take some 1mm wire, and if you warm it as you take it from the reel, you'll find you get this natural curve forming anyway. So we're going to use that. Take a length off. We're going to go sort of twice the length we want, because we want some space to work. We just lay that into this part here, and just sort of mimic the shape that we want. So you can see that's sort of going to hug those gemstones. You might turn them round if it's not quite right. Okay, and we cut another piece. We do the same length-ish, and lay that in with the cut arc going the other way. You can see this one then will, basically we will fill in the gaps between them, so it brings it all in together. So just take a bit of time to manipulate those so they're about the same, they're hugging the gem then.
Okay.
And then we're going to pull them together, take some 0.4 wire again, we'll keep on the wrong side. 0.4 wire again, and simply start from the centre. At first we're just going to bind the wire together. So wrap the 0.4 round those two wires just to combine them and to create the narrowest central part of this connector. So once we've got them bound, we're going to bind the whole section where they're sort of flush together, and then as this arc appears, we're going to then weave to fill that space. So if I do a few more wraps around like so, and then pinch them like we did before, so that we know it's nice and snug and tight, and then you can start weaving in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap now and go back to a piece that I've got started already. So this piece I've already woven this section. So I'm just going to show you quickly how to do this weave so that we can then continue. And it's a weave that we use a lot and we demonstrate a lot, so hopefully you're very familiar with it. There's always a few points that people struggle with, so it's nice to just show you if you've not done it before. I'm just going to add this wire in here. So you can see all I've done is just tucked it, so I've got a tail, and I'll deal with that later. But for now, I need it to stay where it is, so this tail gives me something to hold on to, and it won't tuck through.
Okay.
So here where it's narrow, I'm just going to wrap once around, then over the top, and in between the legs, if you've got these legs, in between the legs, downwards, and then up and around this leg on this side. So where it's narrow, we're just going to do that. It's a basic figure of 8, so just going round those legs, up. Now it's starting to get a bit more of a space in between. We can now do the figure of 8 weave plus. Okay. So we're going to go around the leg, all the way around, and around once more. So it comes this way.
Yeah.
Then through the legs, then around the other side, all the way round. So it's round twice, and then back ready to come around this leg. So it goes in between and around this one. Now the reason we go all the way around the leg instead of just doing this, which we could do, and it can look neat when your wires are really close together. But if they're fanning like this, what that allows for is the wires to move slightly.
Right.
And then you get baggy areas like that. So by wrapping around, what you're doing is you're sort of setting the perimeter, you're setting the outline by just capturing that around.
Yeah.
And then when we squeeze those wires, they can't push together because they're held. So this wire going across between the legs sort of sets the distance they're apart. This one going around keeps them where they are. So just remember to go around that twice. It feels like twice once around. The other thing you can do here is if this is just one gap, so it's once around the leg in between each figure of 8 movement. But if you want to space this out and give it more of a spaced look like this, you can wrap 2 times around the leg, or 3 times, or 4 times, depending on what design you want. Okay, so you keep going like that until you fill the space and you get bring these back in now. So if we can imagine I've woven all the way down, we don't need to do it all. So we've got this space here. This is the space I've been filling in between these two gemstones. Okay? So once I've woven here, so all I want is it to be sort of level with the tip. So I'd weave down to around here on this one too. Once we've got that, we trim all these down. You do all of them.
Okay.
Then we trim them all down to about the same length. And I'm going to go for around 1 inch, okay, on each one. And then you'll take your round nose pliers, and on the end of each, we're going to make a spiral outwards, so away from the curve. So out like this on each one. Okay. And what we'd then do is wrap each of those to each of these.
Okay.
So we just take the 0.4 wire and we'll poke it through the frame, wrap once or twice just to secure it in place on the frame. Twice to get it on there and nice and secure, and then we'll attach it by wrapping it then twice, 2 or 3 times around both the loop that we've created, or the spiral we've created there, and the cabochon framework itself. If I get that in place. One.
I'm just going to let you catch up there, Gemma,
yeah,
and bring you some more soft wire. We had this earlier on, but we had the gold-coloured soft wire earlier on at 10 metres. Is this your 0.8mm gauge? 1mm gauge, this one is. So great for your structural pieces, and it is that little bit softer, so it's really, really nice to work with. So you can use that in these designs as well. 10 extra metres you could be adding to that kit if you wanted to. 1 P&P in any one day. MK AZ 42, straight down to just £6.95 for you. How good is that? You've got an extra 10 metres to work with there, and if you are just starting out with your wire work, it's fab to have all this wire to just have a practice with and have a play, isn't it? 0800 644 655. Lots of you popping these in your baskets. Really, really busy on the phone lines this afternoon across the board here at Gemporia. Do remember, it is a free phone number. It's not going to cost you a penny. You've got your 30-day money-back guarantee there as well. Angela, well done to you. Jacqueline, Christine, Eleanor, you're in Barcelona. Hey, maybe you could deliver her stuff.
I'm going to see her.
Are you going to meet her?
Yeah, we've met on a workshop, and she said she'd take me to some nice cafes.
Oh, I really want to come now. Can I come, Eleanor? I'd like that. I love Barcelona. £6.95 for you. Has she been on a workshop then?
Yeah, came over.
Wow, all the way from Barcelona?
Yeah, I think she had a few things to do while she was here. She's from England, so.
Amazing. I bet you loved it as well, didn't you, Eleanor? Very regular customer there, so well done, Eleanor. Loads of you checking these out on the web. Well done. Dawn, Carol, you've just joined me as well. Anonymous, Marilyn in Suffolk, you've just joined me as well. Congratulations. MKAZ 42 is your code for that one. Hold those lines and make sure you do check out your baskets. Love that.
Can I tell you one other great thing about this one is because it's not coated, you get a liver of sulphur. This one, and you get that sort of pewter grey.
Wow, I love that.
So you can, you know, this one isn't anti-tarnish, which means you can change the look and feel of it as well.
Fab. Thanks for that, Gemma.
That's okay. Right, so that's it. That's how you attach it, and it's as simple as wrapping the framework onto those little scrolls that you make on the end of each of these components. And like I said, this is one that you can pick up and do one component one day, put it down, make the tea, come and do another component, and then allow it to build. I mean, you could even do a whole bib like this if you wanted to, and just do it, you know, over a few days.
Wow.
But if I bring that one in over here now, I can just point out, because that is the only techniques you need to know for this one. So just point out a few variations that happen at the end on these last ones. Instead of doing a double-ended sort of weave, you just do the top section, and then the scroll goes in the middle. And I've just made this one a little bit more interesting by lengthening it. That's it. And these scrolls here then just attached to a gizmo wire that I've done with a 0.6 wire in the bundle. But that is how you bring it together.
Wow.
It's really quite simple. It's just lots of components, that's all.
Wow, I'm going to try. When I go home tonight now, I'm going to try how you've shown me today, because I wasn't doing it like that.
You could have a go at that. There is an even easier way, which is this one here.
Okay.
Which that soft wire is perfect for, if you know.
That's gorgeous,
That is
isn't it?
just 1mm wire, nothing else. No wrapping, no anything.
And it
Very
really does
simple.
hold it secure, doesn't it?
Yeah, it takes about 4 minutes.
Wow. Time is money. Okie dokies. Wire and the wire mandrel tool over here as well. Check these out. Loads of coloured wire. We've had quite a few reels of your turquoise wire already today. This one is the 0.8mm gauge in your turquoise. You've got your blue colour coloured wire there at 0.8, and you've got your chartreuse there at 0.6mm, and you've got your wire mandrel tool there as well. I have a feeling this is going to be a ridiculous deal. If you've seen the wire bundles that we've had already, they've been a little bit silly, and you've got the mandrel there as well. Do you use the mandrel, Gemma?
Love that mandrel.
Yeah.
We don't see it very often anymore.
I think I've seen it once before, in fact, in the last 3-4 months.
It's great. I mean, I've had that since the very beginning. I used to use bits of Tom's Lego and all sorts to make these shapes, and then I got the mandrel. But it is a really useful tool to have. Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
They really are. And it's one of those tools that we always say, you know, you don't realise how much you used it or how important it was, or how useful it was, until you can't find it.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn.
It's the
I used
triangle
Lego.
shape. That's the one. That is the most, because you can't get that shape with any other kitchen utensil or whatever you've got lying around the house. That's the difficult one.
I guess you would struggle with that one, wouldn't you?
Pinch bails, perfect for making those. With
Fab.
wire.
So you're going to get the tool. 30 metres of wire there as well. You could incorporate this coloured wire into these designs. That blue coloured wire would look gorgeous with the purple agate. In fact, it would look gorgeous with the black agate. I'm just going to pinch one of those actually. So you could use any of those coloured wires with these ones, or the other, the orange agate. In fact, the chartreuse would look gorgeous with the sand coloured ones that we had earlier, wouldn't it? Oh yeah, the chartreuse with that one looked gorgeous.
The navy. I mean, that navy with orange is lovely together.
They're stunning, aren't they? You can create some really colourful designs with these wires. And again, that one's yours. We don't have the earring findings, you know, jump rings this colour. So you're going to have to make your own earring findings, jump rings. And if you're making that funky chainmail design, you're going to need a lot of wire, aren't you? You've got it there. And do you know what? £16.30. And we're not staying there. Okay, we're getting ready for the sale. It is the summer clearance from 4 p.m. this afternoon. So we've got 25 minutes to go until, well, I say until we start the sale.
I thought we already had the sale.
I know. It's like we've been doing that for the past. Oh, you did?
I actually
It's
really
like,
did.
well, it is like, did you see how we started the show, how we opened the show today? It really has been ridiculous. Do remember that 30-day money-back guarantee? You can go and have a look anywhere else. Now, I talk about other jewellers quite a lot. It wasn't until the weekend that I went to that craft shop, that could be a hobby as well, that I realised how expensive craft stuff is.
Really
like,
expensive.
you know, like just your card, your ribbon, your hessian, your glitter, stuff like that. Couldn't believe it. Jewellery Maker is the place to be. Use your 30-day money-back guarantee. Have a look anywhere else. If you are not 110% satisfied, I want you to send your pieces back if you're not happy. The deals are incredible so far today, and the clearance is about to start in 25 minutes time. And if this is how we've been rolling for 3.5 hours so far, it's going to get even busier. £6.95, KUDC 29 is your code for that. If you've got those in your baskets, just make sure you check it out. 30 metres of wire, £6.95.
Brilliant.
Wow, unbelievable. How much time do we have? We've got loads of time, haven't we?
Have we?
Oh, loads of time.
Good.
Let you carry on, Gemma.
Okay, so I'm going to show you that other cabochon setting. The one that I said takes about 4 minutes.
Oh, fab.
So hopefully it'll take a bit longer on the demonstration, because I won't whiz through it. I'll show you what I'm doing. But this technique is so quick and easy
Okay.
that it can be your go to at craft fairs when you're saying pick a gemstone and just have it wrapped, and if you just want something that you want to sell for sort of £10-15 a time, it's nice. People can watch you work. Okay, so I am going to, let's take some off the reel. I'm going to take off about just over 1 metre. Make sure it's nice and soft. This is where that soft wire is ideal if you've got that. Cut off about 1 metre, and I'm going to start at the top of my gemstone or wherever I want my bail to be. So depending on how you want your gemstone to sit, you might want it to sit sort of horizontally instead. But I'm going to go vertical. So I'm going to pop my wire, hold my wire firmly down onto my gemstone with a tail at the top that's going to form part of the bail and hide any rough bits or wraps that we create. So I hold the wire on with my thumb, quite firmly pinching, and then pull the wire back and then to the back of the gemstone. Flip it over. So then keeping my thumb on the front, put my finger on that wire at the back and then pull the wire down. Okay, so what we've got is like a zigzag. So it's coming from, that's the first one I did with my thumb over the top, pulled the wire back, pulled it then to the back of the gemstone and pulled it back again. Right, so keeping it in place, then back to the front. Keep my finger on the top and then down. And you just figure out where you want it to go. So I'm bringing it around the back again, back up to the front again, and like so. So you've got a pattern that you like. So front, back, all the way around. There you go. My gemstone is actually secure now. So that, you can keep it as simple as that if you want to. But I'm going to go round again. So what I'm going to do is take that wire, the long one that we've been going round and round with, and just wrap it once around that little tail that we kept. And then I'm going to follow those lines around, because I think it looks, you can do completely different sets of patterns if you like, but I think it's quite nice. It looks nice when you follow the lines. So they might not be quite perfect, but they just mirror or echo. It also gives you lots of opportunities when they echo, because you could then, if you want to go in and add more detail, you can then channel set some gems in there or do a weave in there. So from the front, again, following the line that you've already made, you know it's secure, so you know it's going to work. Okay, and it might feel a bit loose and wobbly as you go, but that's because it's not secured at the top yet. As soon as it's all pinned in, that any of those wobbly bits will sort of disappear. Okay, so that's back to the top, so we can wrap around the top again. And if you want, you can go around a third time. Just pull them. Sometimes you might just have to push and pull them into place a bit better, a bit firmer. So that one. Okay, so they're just running parallel to one another all the way around. Right, so let's make a bail. So I'm going to use the one wire here to make a bail, and I'm going to use my bail making pliers because they are best for the job. I'm going to use the second from largest. I'm just going to take the end and roll it down, rolling my pliers around and around until I make a series of circles and push. I'm pulling it around and pushing it so that it sits centrally on top. And you see, I don't want that bit there because it's sort of a bit scruffy. So what I'll do is I'll chop that off at the bottom here so that it's hidden. Okay, so there's my bail. So now I can use this tail here to sort of build it up a little bit around the bail area to cover any bits that I don't like the look of or that I think are untidy, or even build it up some more. So here, can you see it's just a little bit, it sort of looks like it's just stuck on. I don't, I want to connect the two pieces. So I'm going to just do some swirls. So all I'm doing is holding my thumb onto the wire, pull it round in a loop, put my thumb back on, and you'll get this loop. And then that forms, give it a good pull, that forms a centre for a spiral. And then you just keep going round. You've formed a spiral there. And I pull that around, sort of always in between doing these shapes, just anchor it in. It stops it being vulnerable. Do another one. Here. You can see that's now, it's now starting to all become one piece rather than a bail and a pendant. Okay. And if I bring that round to this side, and again we need to make sure it's anchored in place so it doesn't lift. And then this wire, let's do a swirl here, and you just look now by eye and see where you need a bit of embellishment. So I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to bring this down around the back here, and then back up to the front, and we've got our cabochon wrapped in there.
Wow. That has not taken you very long at all, has it?
No, and if you were, you know, if you're not trying to talk through it, it would honestly take 2 minutes. You could do.
It looks so pretty.
And there's no wrapping, there's no weaving, there's no holding bits in place where you do another piece. You know, it really is simple and, like I said before, addictive.
That's gorgeous. Look at that.
So you've got, it's a, you know, a simple cabochon wrap. But if you were sitting on the beach, for example, and your little ones are bringing you stones, and you just want to wrap, because you know, you get a pocket full of stones and shells from your kids, don't you? So yeah, nice little thing to do.
That's gorgeous. I've got some more alternative cabochons here. Look at these for colour. My goodness me, there's absolutely tons here. So maybe again, just add them to your order. You get so much here, such incredible value. These are genuine gemstones that we're looking at here. Look at the colours. Again, this might be that one where you get your customer to pick their favourite gemstone.
They're gorgeous.
They are stunning. I like this one here.
Green.
That's crazy. That's like malachite green that you've got there. They are beautiful. There are 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 cabochons that I've got here. Now, you might not get 19. You might get different shapes, different sizes. You might get slightly more, you might get slightly less. But you will get 1,480 carats. Oh my gosh, that is such a huge amount of any genuine gemstone, isn't it? It really is. 1,480 carats. So get these home, have a little practice. Again, it might be a little wire wrap ring. I quite like that, Gemma.
That's gorgeous.
From a holiday.
Yeah. Those ring bases we had earlier.
Yeah.
Because they got a nice big flat broad base, you can glue them onto there. So if you don't, you know, if you really want to keep it limited work for yourself, just glue them on. Hyper cement's great.
That'd work fabulously, wouldn't it? Just look at the size of some of these as well. They really are huge. You could do some fantastic wire work with these if you wanted to. You've got so many here to have a practice with, haven't you? So many different colours that are going to go with those wonderful coloured wires that we had earlier on. Wow. Okay, 1,480 carats, £22.95. Oh my gosh. Even if you, let's say if you were really generous and you put a £10 price tag on each of these as a ring or as a pendant, that's a really affordable price tag, isn't it?
Yeah, very.
You are quidsing. £22.95 for all of these here. That is an incredible deal. 0800 644 655 ZVNV10. Look at those colours. Oh, so colourful. They're so uplifting, aren't they, those colours? Gorgeous. I've got some chains here as well. Should we do these? Now, there's quite a lot here, I have to say. Loads of different chains. Do you know what, actually? I'm loving the layered up look that's really on trend right now. Loads of lengths of chains. I'm going to try and quickly get out each chain, each different design that you have here. I think there's 14. 14 in total. You're going to get your antique bronze and your black there as well. And I think you've got a metre of each.
Yeah.
So that is a lot of chain to be getting on with here. These are great. I like the chandelier style earrings as well.
Yeah, I love those. And that particular really fine chain, it's just brought out. That's gorgeous for earrings because it's so fluid.
Yeah.
And it really, you know, gives you a lot of movement in your earrings.
I love those chandelier earrings, and they're really on trend at the moment. And actually, you do use, well, I say you use a lot of chain with those earrings, you would, but actually, there's absolutely tons of chain that you've got to use. So you've got lots of different designs here. You've got the antique bronze, and you've got the black there, and you've got one of each of those designs as well. XAA Z25, that is 14 metres. 14 metres of chain. That's going to go such a long, long way, whether it be for earrings, whether it be for anklets, bracelets, whether it be that layered look that is really on trend right now. And you've got all these different chains in here as well to use. Isn't it great to have that selection in your stash? You know, you don't know where your mind's going to take you tomorrow for design, do you?
You don't know. And the nice thing is you've got something for males and females.
Yeah.
It's not all very pretty chain or delicate chain. Like, you know, it's quite... especially the colourway in this gunmetal colour, you can do, you know, all sorts of jewellery.
I like the ball chain. I love the ball chain in there as well. It's quite unisex.
Yes.
I couldn't think of the word then. 0800 644 655 XAA Z25, £29.95. What does that work out to per metre, Helena? 14 metres. Yeah. 14 metres of chain, £29.95 for you. £2.14 per metre. If you think, in a metre, you can get two 16-inch chains and a 7-inch bracelet. If you think about a 16-inch chain on the high street and the price that you'd pay, here it's going to work out to about £1 and a little bit for a 16-inch chain. Wow. That's brilliant for you, isn't it? Keeping costs down for you. £29.95. 0800 644 655. Pop them in your basket, check them out, use your 30 days if you need to. We've had a text. Sissy in Oklahoma says, I buy 99% of my jewellery products from JM because of the prices, quality and shipping charges. High five. Don't blame you. Heather in Leicestershire says, so inspired by Gemma and her beautiful wire work. Can't wait to get the agate kit and have a go. Fab. I love that agate kit. It's gorgeous.
Make sure you send them in to the Wall of Fame.
Yeah, definitely. Eleanor, she says she's coming again to the workshop in October. Gemma, as usual, your designs are fantastic. Can't wait to see you all again soon.
Well, I hope you're not coming here as I'm going there, Eleanor, because that just will never do.
When are you going to Barcelona?
Well, it was going to be October, but I've had to change it, so I think it's going to be November now.
Yikes, that's not good. You've got to time it right, haven't you? Yeah, make sure you coordinate. That'd be lovely to see you, Eleanor. Do let us know. Send us a message when you come into the workshop. Have you got anything else, Gemma, or are you done, you think?
I can show you something else. You want something else? We can do a bit...
We've got 10 minutes.
Yeah? Would you like me to show you how to keep that flat?
Yes.
Flat plaiting.
That would be great.
Yeah.
In the bangle there, that would be fab.
Okay, so on this bangle, I have, it is a bangle, you can slip it on.
Okay.
And, she says.
It's because you're hot.
Oh, I can't take it off now, I have to wear this at home. So yeah, so it's a jingly jangly bangle, and to get a structure strong enough to actually make a bangle, I needed to double up on the wire.
Okay.
But I wanted it thick, so I didn't want to twist it, so I decided a plait. So it is quite tricky getting your 1mm wire flat. So I'll show you how I do it.
Okay.
And you do need your macrame board. This is where it is really, really useful, this board.
We've still got some of those left, actually. The code will be at the bottom of your screen for the macrame board.
Okay, so I'm going to cut. I'm only going to cut short lengths. I'm going to cut 3 lengths. I'm going to double them over so that I've got some nice rounded ends to do my finishing with.
Okay.
So this is six pieces of wire to plait with. So what I did is I doubled them up. So three lots. And you do need, I haven't spent enough time really softening this wire, so make sure that you do make it nice and soft by running it through your fingers and getting plenty of heat into it. And then take each wire, bend it in half, and I'm not going to do it with all of them, but just to show you, once you've got them bent, doubled back on themselves like this, just pinch, take across the loop and pinch so that they are truly parallel to one another. Okay, do that with each one. And I'm going to pop each one into the macrame board and just fold it back. Okay, so I'll do this with all 3.
Could you do this with the soft wire as well? Would that be easy?
It'd be easier with a soft wire, and then you could put it in your wire whacker to harden it. And that was, I know that we had that on the show yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So that's a great way to harden this piece because it's plaited, so all the wires are crossing over. So you don't want to be too much hammering.
Yeah.
But the wire whacker is ideal for work hardening pieces like this. So we're going to keep the wires in there, and what you want to make sure is that these wires are flat. Okay, and parallel. Don't want them crossing over. So what we're going to do is just do a simple plait. So I've got 3 strands. So I'm going to take first off. It doesn't matter which side you start, but you always start with the outside one and bring it over the centre one. Okay, and just like so. And then I'm going to take the first few moves are the ones that don't really look like anything's happening.
Okay.
Okay. So then the outside on the opposite side over the central one again. Okay, and now you put your finger on top of those and you pull the outside one, the one that you started with, and you pull it over, but you're pulling it so that you're keeping these like almost like propellers on a helicopter. So these are always going to be staying flat, parallel, and you're always going to be pulling them over. Okay, and always overemphasize where you want it to go. So I want that to sit there.
Yeah.
I pulled it up to here and then just let it pull back, fall back slightly. So this one then comes over. This is now the central one. So then you take the opposite side, always use the finger on top and over and tug it into place. Okay, so if I do a few moves like that, so we're always taking the outside over the central one, but always putting our finger on top as we do it and pulling it rather than bending it.
Yeah.
So I'm holding it here, and you can see I'm holding it quite far back and pulling it round. So my finger is making the
curve.
Yeah, and it's defining. It's acting like a mandrel, really.
Yeah.
And you keep going like this, pulling them round. And you can make this tighter if you want to. So, you know, if you put your finger a bit further up, it's going to allow it to sit closer together. So. But you'll get a tension going, and I recommend doing a lot longer length than you wanted to, because your tension will change and you can always get rid of the bits you don't like. Alright, so there's our plait being formed. Now as it gets longer you may be able to hold it with your fingers and pull it like so, but then that depends again on how strong your hands are and how used to wire work you are as well. Right. So that's plaiting with 2 lengths of wire, keeping it flat. When we take it out, we're going to have all this scrappy at this end. So what we want to do is basically plait it back in. So we just take these and work with them as we did before, the opposite end, and plait until we can't plait any longer. So plait these. Take your time, keep them nice and flat. Okay. And then because we've got these should be nice smooth ends.
Okay.
All we do is pictures together. This one here, we can see if we bend it over, it's going to lock onto that one.
Yeah.
So we just bend it into place. This one here, if we bend it over, it's going to lock onto that one. So we bend that one in place. Okay, and then the same with this one. And we just do that, arrange those in a way which, you know, is suitable to you and you like. It will, when you're looking at it, you'll see which one to bend where. All right.
Okay.
Then to form the bracelet, you pull all this round, and I let it double over and cross, you know, sort of doubled up. That gives me a nice sort of flat bed area to lay my gemstone. These tails come up through the plait, the sort of holes in the plait, to keep them together. And then I use these tails to then just attach on the gemstone. So the gemstone goes on here. These were a lot longer, obviously, nice long lengths, and just basically come around the gemstone and hook in underneath in the pattern that suits you. And that is that bangle.
Wow. Quite simple again,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's
Quite a nice
simple.
therapeutic, simple technique, I think, there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gemma. Wonderful
welcome.
pieces, as always. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to keep all of them because we are giving 3 of them away. Last question for the competition coming up for you at 4:30. We've got an hour of clearance. When I say clearance, it's like no other one that I've ever done before. It's ridiculous. Don't move a muscle. We are slashing prices like you wouldn't believe. I'll meet you back here in just a few.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@JewelleryMaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moons Moat, Redditch, B98 9HF. Get making and good luck!
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay 1 postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
You don't need another love song. I'm gonna write it just the same. The years have changed us since they've come and gone. There are some things that remain. I see the changes in the mirror from who I was so long ago, and all the things you've always wanted. Well, I'm still working on those, but for now I'm content just following our dreams. You and me, just you and me.
The Burning Heart of Oregon is now available to you in this stunning new collection, American Fire Opal, the finest discovery.
Welcome back to today's Designer Inspiration Show. We have 3 pieces. Is my mic working? Good? No? Good? Oh, right. I haven't touched anything. It wasn't me, Mike. It wasn't me. I haven't touched a thing. Right. It's fine. It's all fine now. As I was saying, 3 pieces of Gemma's jewellery we're going to give away in a little while, in fact. At 4:30, we will give you the 3rd question to today's competition, and then we will select somebody who has all 3 questions answered correctly at random to win some of Gemma's jewellery. I am well gel, I tell you, I really am. But for now, it's clearance. Now, I did hear a little conversation going on upstairs earlier on between Helena and Scott. And I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Scott did say, I did hear him say, do you know what? Just let it go. I don't care how long you have to take it, just let it go. That's what he actually said. So Helena just said that's what we're going to do. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to squeeze in so much for you this hour. I spy fluorite in here. Wow, these are gorgeous. There's a massive, massive carat weight of your nuggets in here. Huge. We're talking 4-figure carat weight. Nuggets are brilliant for your tree of life. Lots of you creating your tree of life designs. They really are beautiful. You've got fluorite in there. Look at all of those colours. You've got your gorgeous greens in there, beautiful purples in there as well. You've got your lapis lazuli, you've got your sodalite, your iolite, and your fluorite there as well. Total carat weight of 1,580 carats. That is a massive, massive carat weight. And you've got your storage box as well. I'm just going to take a few of these out just so you can see the colours in there as well. So you've got your fluorite here, gorgeous. It does say blue fluorite on my graphicals, but you've got some greens and purples in there for sure. Gorgeous fluorite in there. You've got your gorgeous sodalite in there as well. Look at that sodalite. Beautiful. Your iolite in here as well. And you've got your lapis in there as well. They are gorgeous. Look at those colours. What do you use your nuggets for, Gemma? Do you use them for the tree of life?
No, I don't make any tree of lives actually, although I should, because they're really popular. But I use them a lot in crochet.
Brilliant.
So lots of crochet pieces and knitting and things like that. They look great in those pieces. Fab.
A lot of people do use these in the Tree of Life designs actually, so it's really nice to hear something different, another alternative to using these. They are gorgeous, they really are. They create beautiful cluster earrings as well, they really do. You've got 1,580 carats. I feel like I should have a klaxon or something. Are you ready for this clearance? I don't think you are. Should be £9.95. Helena would just like me to say this has been authorised by Scott Stone. It's nothing to do with me, it's nothing to do with Helena. We're going down on price. 1,580 carats. What does that work out to per carat? 1,580 carats, £5.95. I don't think I've ever seen, in all of my days here at the Genuine Gemstone Company, a carat weight like that go anywhere near 0.003 per carat. 0.003 per carat. You couldn't get real carats for that, could you, Ben? Not even Chantenay's. No, in fact, we worked it out, didn't we? What did we work out? Was it 1,000 carats we worked out? I think it was around about 1,000 carats. A couple of weeks ago, we worked it out. Local supermarket, big chain. It would have cost us £98. That was right, wasn't it? £98 for 1,000 carats. Yeah, we worked it out. Look at the price tag. Emma in Cumbria ×2, Linda in Gloucestershire ×2. You've got your storage box as well. The storage box alone, that's an incredible deal. Let's just throw in 1,500 carats of genuine gemstones, shall we? Yes, please. I bet you wish you weren't here now, Gemma, in the nicest possible way.
Yeah, this often happens. As soon as you said sale this morning, I thought, oh no.
Sale! Love it. Massive clearance for you. £5.95. There's absolutely tons of you there. If you've got them in your basket, do you know what? I wouldn't hesitate. Please don't hesitate. People coming through on the phone lines that can pick you to the post. They're too good to miss out on these deals, aren't they? 0800 644 655. Hold those lines. Gorgeous. Uh-oh. Maybe you should just turn away for this, Gemma. I'm thinking.
I've been looking at
Labradorite slabs. Look at these. They are gorgeous. Look at that labradorescence. You've got the blues, you've got the coppery labradorescence, you've got the greens in there as well. These are phenomenal. What a fantastic size. I'm thinking wire wrap rings with these. They are perfect. Do you know what? Screen's not doing these justice. As I'm looking down, those blues are electric. Look at the size of that. Perfect, isn't it? perfect. Woo, hello. Look at that colour. The quality of our labradorite is incredible. And every single one of these gemstones has that phenomenal labrador essence. With labradorite, it's all about the way in which the light catches, all about the angle in which the light catches the gemstone for you to be able to see that labrador essence. Get this home. It's clearance time. If you trust us, we've seen what we've done already. Come in now. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's a good 30 gemstones in this strand, and every single one is phenomenal. 430 carats of your labradorite you've got here. They are beautiful. What would you do with these, Gemma? Rings, maybe?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Rings. They look lovely in rings, or just one on the centre of gizmo coil bangle.
Wow.
I mean, something where you can catch that flash all the time.
They're absolutely stunning, wouldn't they? They are they're electric. That labrador essence is magnificent. Get these home. Do you know, as I was saying earlier on in a clearance, and I was talking about when you go to a shop, perhaps a clothes shop in a sale, and because it's in a sale, you're not allowed to return it. You can't have your money back. You can have a credit note, or you can exchange, but you can't have your money back. Not here. We're bringing you a sale, we're bringing you a clearance, and you've still got your 30-day money-back guarantee. Should be £17.95. One of these, oh my gosh, look at this one. Do you know what? I wish you could see what I can see. They are all phenomenal. One of these in a ring, and you've got your money back. £14.95. Each one of these is really, really sizable. Whoopsie, and durable. Really, really sizable. Look how many you've got here. Loads and loads of you there. Charlotte in Middlesex, how are you? 0800 644 655. Okay, apatite ovals. Okay. Have a look at these. It's my favourite. It's Ben's favourite gemstone, isn't it, Director Ben? Gorgeous. Graphical say sky blue. I think we're borderline neon here. Look at that colour. Gorgeous. That is. Doesn't that make you want to go on holiday? Somewhere really tropical. Oh, I'm thinking of the Maldives, the Bahamas. I've never been there, but I've seen the scene, you know, when you're looking at I was going to say brochures. Who has a brochure anymore? Who goes to a travel agent and gets a brochure now? We don't do that anymore, do we?
I do.
Just book online, do you?
I do, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I like Pages.
Yeah, I miss
prefer
that
it.
actually, but I never do it anymore. I always just book online and look at pictures online. But remember the days you used to have a brochure, the photoshopped pool and ocean that would look amazing, like apatite. Gorgeous. They are stunning, aren't they? This gemstone with amethyst or citrine, absolute. Helen, does this mean that this strand is in the clearance, this amethyst strand? Oh my gosh. Look at that for a match. They look gorgeous, don't they? Amethyst and apatite together, stunning. You have 35 carats of your sky blue apatite here. 4x3 to 7x3 millimetres, 31 centimetre strand you've got there. Beautiful holiday colour, but this is the kind of colour that you can take through the seasons with you, can't you? Perfect for your winter, you know, your Ice Queen designs. Imagine this in a kind of Ice Queen tiara.
Yeah,
that would look pretty, wouldn't it? With fluorite,
really
something like that. Gorgeous. Faceted beautifully, giving you lots and lots of lustre there as well. Should be £11.95 for you, but we're not staying there. It is clearance hour. I was going to say day then. Clearance hour for you. This is the time to be shopping. This is the time to be adding to your order. £7.95. We shouldn't be there, but we are. So take this opportunity, pop it in your basket and make sure you're checking out as soon as you can. Carol in Oxfordshire, well done. Lois in Florida, you've got yours. Tamsin, Caroline, Jennifer, you've just joined me in Essex. Congratulations to you. Beautiful. The clear quartz that I showed you earlier, these are gorgeous. If you've got any of the coloured wire that we've had, the fuchsia coloured wire, the chartreuse coloured wire, it works really well with clear gemstones. They're great, the coloured wires, for your really funky chainmail designs. But I think your clear gemstones with coloured wire carried through these. It carries that colour all the way through the design, and it looks fantastic. I love these gemstones. Look how beautifully they've been carved. They're like little roses. Clear quartz. So your clear gemstones, there isn't anything that these won't go with, you know, from your amethyst through to your labradorite, through to your black agate, through to your citrine, anything. And it's really going to capture that colour as well. Look at these. Anything goes with these. In fact, just 2 of these, simple pair of earrings. You need your head pin, your earring finding, job done. Simple pair of earrings. That could be your really affordable piece, couldn't it, on your craft stall? As our guest designer Jan says, earrings is where the gravy's at. Money. She means money. Gravy strand. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 32 gemstones you've got in this strand. And with your clear gemstones, you've got so much brilliance. The lighter, the brighter. The lighter the gemstone, generally the more brilliance you have. It allows that light to travel through that gemstone to sparkle away beautifully. Cheryl times 3, well done to you. £14.95. That's a should be price tag all day, every day. Look at the carat weight that you have here. But it is clearance for you this hour. Put them in your baskets, check them out. If you haven't opened up your order yet today, do it now. Do it now. Simple stretches, simply restranded. That's going to look fabulous with any. Imagine this with your LBD, little black dress. Nighttime look, that's going to look fab, isn't it? 0800 644 655. There are absolutely tons of you with this in your basket, but you are going to have to be quick. Lots of you coming through on the phone lines as well. It is a race to the finishing post. Loads of you multi-buying. Anonymous in Devon, you've got 2. Linda in Renfrewshire, you've got 2. Cheryl in Middlesex, you've got 2. Anonymous in Cornwall, you've got 2. Congratulations to you. Half of the stock has already gone. So I need to have us on speed dial. It's going to be very, very busy this hour. Stay on the phone lines, hit your button number 1 and wait to be answered. It is a free phone number. Remember, it's not going to cost you a single penny there. Margaret, Pauline, Beryl, Anonymous, Catherine, Adriana, you're there. Maureen, Gillian, Linda, you've just joined me. Susan, you're there as well. You're loving these. They're so pretty, aren't they? Really, really beautiful. In fact, one of those wire wrap ring, that's going to look stunning. They're really, really sizable. 12 mil, huge. Hold those lines. Okay, silver plated brass rose charms you've got here. These are gorgeous. I love charms. They're really, really pretty. If you have a look on any high street jewellers for charms, can prove to be very expensive. Also, that very famous charm brand that we all know, we were looking the other day, very pricey indeed. To build up an entire charm bracelet can cost an absolute fortune. You have your flower charms here. You've got 5 of them. Really weighty as well. I think just one of these, simple bracelet. It might be the clear quartz that we've just had. It might be some black agate. Anything goes. Just one of these dropped into a bracelet. It's that little finishing touch, isn't it? Attention to detail, looks really pretty. You've got lots of luster from that as well, and they are really sizable. Great, you know, maybe it's not about a business for you, but you make jewellery for friends and family. Gifts. How about as gifts? Charm bracelets, even earrings. You could make the entire suite, couldn't you? You could have your earrings, you could have your pendant. Perfect. 0800 644 655. Oh, charms. Oh, I love Helena's going down the wine route. She beat you to it, Gemma. Glasses, charms on your little glasses. You can do that with your wine. What gauge of wire would you use, Gemma, for your wine charms?
I would probably use memory wire, like ring memory wire to start them off, and then just some jump rings on. You don't have to do much work to them at all, then, and they'll spring on and off easily.
Yeah, they're really pretty, aren't they, your glass charms? They're great for Christmas. It's Christmas here at Jewellery Maker. In how many sleeps? No one's counting. Ben's not even thinking about it. 25th of July. Christmas is coming early. £6.95. 0800 644 655. Diane in Staffordshire, Anonymous in Devon, you've got yours as well. We're at £6.95, £5.95. When did that happen? We're at just over £1 each. Just over £1 each. When was that allowed, Ben? That's the question. Lots of you checking out there, and loads of you on the web, and lots of multi-buys. Mirabelle and Mary in Yorkshire. How are you, Mary? You good today? Good, I hope so. £5.95, incredible deal. Lorna, Jilly, Diane, Zena, Margaret, you're there as well. Hold those telephone lines. Gorgeous. Champagne Juicy. From wine to champagne.
It's a slippery slope.
It's usually the other way though, isn't it, really? Suppose it.
Yeah.
Once you've drank the wine, you can't afford the champagne. Have a look at these. I'm just going to put one straight. Running out of Prosecco. Yikes. That's not good, is it? I've decided I don't like it anymore. No, it doesn't agree with me. Headache. It's bubbles. Yeah, it's bubbles. That nothing else does it like Prosecco. It's like right there. It's bad. Do you like Prosecco, Gemma?
No, I'm a
What is
lager
your
bird.
tipple?
Lager.
Lager girl, love it. I can't drink. See, I don't get that either. Beer, how anyone can drink that much liquid?
I don't drink much.
Pints of, doesn't take it much. Half a pint, she's done. A lady pint, is that half? Oh right, okay. And Helena's a cider girl. Did you drink lots of that at Glastonbury? Yes. I don't think she's got over it yet. 70 carats of champagne druzy quartz, really sparkly. This gemstone, whatever colour we get with this gemstone, always reminds me of a geode. It's like looking into a treasure chest. They are so sparkly. Look at that, almost crystal formation that you've got on the top there. It's so beautiful. Do you know what? These would make fabulous earrings, wouldn't they? Catching the light with that movement, they would sparkle away beautifully. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 individual gemstones on this strand. 20 individual gemstones. That could be 10 pair of rings. Again, you could put those into rings, or you could use these as charms, couldn't you, if you wanted to, in a bracelet. They'd look really pretty. Just one of those dropped into maybe that strand of neon apatite that we've had, or this amethyst that's coming up. Just one in there. I say amethyst again, but you're getting the citrines in there. Gorgeous. 0800 644 655. Lynette in Bristol, you've got yours straight away. I can't remember the last time I saw champagne druzy. £5.95. These prices shouldn't be allowed. Look at the carat weight that you have for a genuine gemstone. That is unreal. Do you know what? I bet you're so glad that you're watching today. Bridge, all there, well done. Fiona, Anne, Anonymous, Avril, you've just joined me. Rachel, well done to you. Claire in Surrey, you've just checked out. Danielle, Jessica in Hampshire, very regular bidder there. Donna in Hampshire, Lynette, you've got yours. Anonymous in Cardiff, well done to you. I've got Anonymous in Devon there. It is a busy afternoon, isn't it? If you're on the telephone lines, do remember it's a free telephone number. It's not going to cost you a single penny to hold on those lines. In fact, if you've got a cordless phone, go and pop the kettle on. By the time your phone call's been answered, that's it, kettle boiled, job done. Brilliant. And you'll have champagne druzy on its way to you. Lots of you with those in your baskets. You've got to check out multi-buying 3, 4. Wow. Sorry, Helena. Lemon quartz. Look at this. This is a gem heavy strand. These are gorgeous. Lemon quartz, amethyst. I'm going to bring in the amethyst again. I just love yellows and purples together. Match made in heaven. Those are beautiful. Really sparkly. You've got high-end gemstones here. They're faceted beautifully, so they're going to sparkle fabulously. As earrings, they'd look great. Flowers, great shape for flowers. You've got, look how much they're twinkling. Moving them just slightly And they're twinkling away beautifully, aren't they? So you could use these as flowers if you wanted to, use those as petals. 5 or 6 of those together and your tiaras would look fab, wouldn't they? In fact, the centre gemstones here, they're sizable enough just to be a pendant. Maybe choker style, maybe in a longer drop on a chain. Really pretty. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, there's a good 30 gemstones in that strand, gem heavy. This is one I'd have to buy a couple at least, because with these, where they're graduated, I always want to buy a couple. I always want to leave one strand just as it is. How fabulous is that for the summer? Maxi dress, good to go. That's beautiful. In fact, I might pop one of those rose charms in there as well. They're stunning. 0800 644 655, and in the West Midlands, you've just joined me on the web. Leslie in Dumfries and Galloway, you're there as well. Should be at £21.95. Helena said, I can't believe we're doing this. It's nothing to do with us. That's like over 50% off. That's a good sale. A really, really good sale. They're stunning, aren't they? What would you do with this strand, Gemma?
I think, you know those lovely labradorites you had earlier?
Oh, yeah.
There's so much gold in, I think they would go, yeah, those ones. You can pop those in with that.
Wow.
They would look lovely together with gold findings or gold spaces.
Wouldn't they just?
But I mean, I would space them out slightly so that they weren't too on top of each other, but I really like them sort of jumping over the top of one another, sort of fighting for the light.
Really
I think that really shows them off.
They're beautiful.
So I like them
$9.95 as well. Incredible deal. In fact, they'd pretty much go with anything, wouldn't they, Gemma?
Yeah.
They'd go with absolutely anything, they would. They're stunning. Real sunshine gemstone. Carolyn Dorset, you've got 2 anonymous in Greater London. You've got 2 anonymous in Devon, ×3. Half of the stock has already gone. Eleanor in Barcelona, you're back in. Congratulations to you. £9.95. We should have been over £20 for this strand. How good is that? How good? Loads of you. In fact, there's over 20 of you now. With these in baskets, you must make sure you're confirming and checking them out. Fab. Pearls. Right, do you not think that we go low enough on pearls as it is, maybe? No. Oh, look at these. Really soft pink. They're stunning. You know, we're really lucky here at Genuine Gemstone Company, especially here at Jewellery Maker, that we do get a lot of pearls. And I have to say that the buying team here at Jewellery Maker are exceptional, incredible. How we can do this, and I know I sit here quite a lot and say we're a family-run company, we go to direct to the source wherever possible, we cut out the middleman, all of that. Sometimes, look at those, my gosh. I can say that, but still, after all this time, I still don't get it. I still don't know how we can bring you genuine pearls, genuine gemstones. Look at those. Like, they are, in my opinion, they are perfect. They are gorgeous. They look round, and the pearlescence is just ridiculous, isn't it? And we were talking about this the other day, actually, because Mark Smith, one of our guest designers here, he prefers shells over the pearls because they're perfect. But we were saying yesterday, and Sammy was saying, somebody that she met said how much they love pearls over the shells, because with these you can see they're not perfectly round. You can see what nature has given us, can't you? And those flaws are there for you to see, and that is part of nature, and that is fantastic when you think, and that shows you that they are genuine pearls as well. A couple of times I've said to you, and bear with me on this, is the only time I will tell you to buy faux. If you're selling pearls on your craft stall and you want to pass your deals on, that's absolutely fine. But sometimes people may question your prices because they are so low. Pearl necklaces out on the high street, boutique stores can go for hundreds, thousands of pounds. Get yourself some faux. Let your customer handle both strands. Teach them, get them to feel the difference between genuine pearls and the faux pearls. Ask them to rub the pearls together. Can you feel that gritty sensation? You only get that with genuine pearls. You won't get that with faux. Can you feel the weight of them? The difference in the weight? Don't devalue your pieces or the gemstones. $14.95 for a pearl necklace already. What do we have to do? Simply restrand it, add a solid sterling silver clasp. That's it. $9.95. Where else? Where else are you going to get this kind of value? They are genuine pearls and they are beautiful. Gorgeous, soft, delicate pink you've got there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's a good 50 pearls here, approximately. 25 pairs of earrings at £10 each. And we're at $9.95. Do you know what? If I saw a pair of pearl earrings at £10, I'd probably multi-buy, thinking, right, I must have some birthdays coming up. I'd probably have some anniversaries coming up. Do you know what? I'm just going to buy them because they're £10 each. Faux pearl earrings. Would you pay £10? You'd probably pay more. If you have a look in your ladies' clothing stores, in fact, there's not many now that don't sell costume jewellery. Next time you go into a ladies' clothing store, have a look, see if you can find any faux pearls in there, how much you could be paying for a pearl necklace, faux pearl necklace, how much you could be paying for those earrings. That price tag, I've no words. Restrand them, solid sterling silver clasp, get them valued. I think you will be jumping through hoops. Really. 0800 644 6. Seen it in Malaga ×5. Yeah. Why would you not? Why would you not? Oh my gosh. It gets more and more ridiculous by the minute, doesn't it? Francis in North Yorkshire ×2. Congratulations. Maureen in Aberdeenshire ×2. Margaret in Bridgend ×2. Under £10 for genuine pearls. There are about 25 of you with these in baskets. I wouldn't hang around at all. They're going to go, aren't they? Wow. We're all going to need a drink after this, I tell you. Oh, I love these. Do you know what? When we came into the studio earlier on to have a little look at some of the pieces, this is one of the first strands that I picked out. My top 6 gemstones for years have all been green gemstones, but since being here on Jewellery Maker, apatite has really crept up the list, garnet has really crept up the list, and fluorite has really, really crept up the list. Fluorite for me is just one of those gemstones that I cannot get enough of right now. Fluorite comes in many different colours. So you get your purples, you get your gorgeous glacier blues, you get those greens, you get those yellows. There aren't many strands that we have where you've got all of those colours. You've got all of those colours. You've got your glacier blues, you've got your greens, you've got your yellows, you've got your purples in there as well. Just stunning and 100% natural. 100% natural. Gemma, I don't know what you think about this, because I always say with fluorite, I don't want to put anything else with it, ever. Would you? Because you're the pro.
Do you know, I don't know, I don't think I ever have put anything other than, I'm trying to think what I've put it with before. I might have put it with amethyst before. And if I was to, when I've got fluorite mixed colours, I would put it with nothing else but itself. Yeah. And maybe sterling silver or something like that. But if I've got just the
there's so many gemstones.
If it's just the blue fluorite, then I would put it. I might mix it with other gems. But that's what's nice about it. There's so many varieties of colour. You have it on its own, and it's already a mix for you, or you can separate it and pair it with other things.
It's gorgeous. In fact, amethyst is a very good call, especially when we've got those purples in there as well. It would look fantastic, wouldn't it? Look at those together. Beautiful. Fluorite is one of those gemstones that really holds the light. So it has this gorgeous ethereal inner glow from within that I just find really, really mesmerising. The colours in this are fantastic. And you have a massive, massive carat weight. 100 carats of your multicoloured fluorite should be £14.95. There's lots of you coming in on the web right now. I have a feeling you can see the price tag. I100 644 655 GRRU 61 £7.95. Just look at that rainbow of colour in there. You've almost got some Rose de France hues in there, haven't you? Really delicate. Fiona Anonymous Bridge, you're back in. Well done. D Valerie, Jackie in Shropshire. Anonymous in Devon, you've just got 2. Gillian in Devon, you've just joined me as well. Well done. Valerie in Surrey, you've checked yours out. Do remember, it doesn't matter how many times you shop with us today, you've only got one P&P. Just think of the savings you're making this hour. Are you a spender or are you a saver? I'm totally a spender. Totally a spender. You both, Ben? Controversial. We've had a text. Anonymous says the fluorite would look lovely with the lemon quartz. Yes, good call. Definitely, let's bring that back. Wow, gorgeous. Look at those together. Alison in Hampshire, Irene in Sussex, Ali in the Isle of Man, Anne in County Durham, Laurie in Cambridgeshire, Jackie in Shropshire, you're there as well. 0800 644 655 £7.95. Wowzers. Oh, there they are. Wow. Have a look at these. Solid sterling silver connectors. Really, really, wow, this is going to add a really modern edge to your pieces, isn't it? Really contemporary. Look at these. These are fab. And they are 925 solid sterling silver. So sterling silver, that's going to add value to any piece of jewellery, isn't it? And you know what? These are going to go in with anything. Absolutely any strand. They are gorgeous. In fact, just one of those in a bracelet, if you popped that, do you know what? I'm going to go for the apatite that we had earlier on. Restranded into a bracelet and just one of those in there. How pretty is that going to look as a bracelet? I love these connectors. And you're getting three 925 solid sterling silver, and you've got your 925 stamp on the back there as well. All of our 925 is stamped for you. 3 pieces, 925. There's certain gemstones where we always say, you know, it's got to be solid sterling silver. So your big 5 especially, your pearls as well. But actually, in a clearance, if we've got sterling silver in a clearance, if your budget will let you stretch, just use it in every design possible. $6.95, and we're going lower. Marilyn in Suffolk, you've got 2. Anonymous in Devon, you've got 2. Anonymous in Bristol. Linda in Renfrewshire. $4.95 for solid sterling silver. And you've got 3 pieces.
You just got to do it, haven't you?
Just do it.
Just do it.
You've just got to do it. And multi-buy as well. How many opportunities do we get? It's gone. Sorry. There's loads of you there. I'm sorry if you missed out. Righty-ho. Ooh, are they pairs? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Now, I think this is the first time I've had this gemstone at Jewellery Maker. I'm not 100% sure. If I've had it before, it's so few times that I can't remember. Andalusite, beautiful gemstone, very, very rare indeed. You've got the most gorgeous mix of your greens and blush pinks, reds within this gemstone. On one of our sister channels, you'd be looking at this gemstone more than likely set into solid gold. Very rare and very beautiful. If I just hold that out so you can see those colours. Look at that autumn hues you've got there. Gorgeous browns, beautiful greens, pinks in there. And there's so much of it here as well. 95 carats of your Andalusite here. Your graduated plain pairs. 9x6 to 14x9mm, 21 centimetre strand. This most certainly should not be in a clearance at all. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 5. Approximately 25 gemstones you've got there. Wow. I don't want to look. Helen just said you're not going to believe where I'm going on price. Do you know what? $21.95. I thought even clearance price this wouldn't be any lower than $29.95. Ben just said, this is actually like a proper clearance. And his voice went, oh, peace and quiet for half an hour, brilliant. 864 655. There's loads of you with these in your baskets. You're going to have to check them out. There's not many of these left, and that quantity is falling very, very quickly as well. Whoa. Competition. We'd forgotten about the competition, so we've asked you a couple of questions already. One being, Wimbledon is one of the 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments, name the other 3. What food is traditionally eaten at Wimbledon? I know that one. And how old is Andy Murray? Oh, he's so young, honestly. They're just throwing random ages at me now. So, Wimbledon is one of 4 Grand Slam tennis tournaments. Name the other 3. Jot them down. What food is traditionally eaten at Wimbledon? And how old is Andy Murray? Text in your answers now. And we will pick somebody in 10 minutes' time. We're going to give away 3 pieces of Gemma Crow's jewellery. I'm a bit jealous. That's like 20 years difference there, Ben. He's between 26 and 46. Yeah, I'd probably say you're right there, but okay. Sorry, lovely, say that again. Right. Graduated, Rondell? No, that's ametrine or amethyst. Probably, I did this the other day and something was right there. There's shells, that's amethyst, white beryl. Come on, beryl, where are you? Oh, hang on, I think, are these them? Yes. They were hiding. I've got so much here, that's the thing. Have a look at these. Beautiful beryl. Your white beryl, 35 carats in total. Big caraways. Caraways? Caraways. It's nearly 5 o'clock. 35 carats in total. HIRU 29. 3x1 to 5x2 millimetres in size. 24 centimetre strand. Do you know what? These would look lovely with coral, wouldn't they? Or your turquoise. They'd look stunning with turquoise. Mookaite. Ben's going with mookaite. Let's face it, I don't think there's anything that they wouldn't go with. They are so pretty. What would you do with this strand, Gemma, if I was to give it to you right now as a challenge?
Right now as a challenge, I would macrame with some hessian.
Wow, that would, oh,
make it quite a surfy sort of look.
Surfer dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would look nice just catching the light glints of it.
They're beautiful, aren't they? Really delicate rounds you've got here. Big carat weight though. 0800 644 655. It is clearance. We only have, she's not messing, 20 minutes left, straight down. £5.95 for you. Just so you know, if you are tuning into Jewellery Maker for the very first time today, absolute rock bottom we should ever be on a strand is £6.95. We're at £5.95. Margaret in Bridgend, Anonymous in Greater London, Helen in Derbyshire, Jill in South Yorkshire, you've just joined me, Leslie in Lancashire, well done, you've got yours as well. Alison, you've got yours in Northshire. Perthshire. Oh my gosh, my eyesight's getting worse, I do apologise. Anonymous in Devon, Linda in Hampshire, you're there as well. HIRU 29 is the code for this one. 30-day money back guarantee is still there for you. Look at the price tags that we've been bringing you today. We've got 20 opportunities left. There's loads of you on those phone lines. When you come through on the phone lines, there is an automated message. You can listen to that by all means. If you just want to get through, which I would recommend in this clearance, just hit your number 1 button straight away. Get through to the call centre and confirm your purchase. They are beautiful. What was that lovely, sorry? Wow. Oh my gosh. Look at these. Colour. Hello. Helena's thinking Glastonbury. She wants to go on a festival holiday again. How many days did you spend there, Helena? She was there for 7 nights. When Helena got back, I was like, oh, how was it? Great, yeah, brilliant. How were the showers? Didn't use them. To be fair, Helena, I think I'd probably do what you did as well. Let's face it, thousands of people using the same showers.
That's what baby wipes are for.
Hey?
That's what baby wipes are for.
Yeah, that's it, quick flick of the flannel. Job done. You have 200 carats of your pink chalcedony, your graduated elongated plain pairs here at 19 by 10 to 32 by 12 millimeters in size. One of those in a pendant. My goodness me, that's going to be a statement look, isn't it? Neon pink colour you've got here. Wire wrapped, oh, gold wire. Gorgeous. One of those, sorry lovely, one of those. You went very high pitch there then. One of those wrapped in a ring. Beautiful. Look at that colour. Do you know what? I'm thinking the amethyst strand, if you wanted to pop those in, use those as spacers. Oh my gosh, how fab would they look together? The amethyst and your pink chalcedony. Claire in Surrey, Anonymous in Devon, Anonymous in Suffolk, Anonymous in Cardiff, Cushy in Surrey, you're there as well. They're gorgeous. Do you know what? I'd have to multi-buy. And the thing is, there's nothing to stop you. Again, we talk about clearances and sales and the fact you can't get your money back. It's exchange credit now only. How about those deals in the supermarkets? You know, if they have like, you know, the bottle of fruit punch that every year goes to £10, half price, but you can only buy 3. Yeah, why is that? So you have to buy 3, go back out, go back in, get another 3. Yeah, you know that fruit punch. You're limited to how many you can buy. You're not here. You're not here. You can come in if you want to buy 5 of these, 10 of these, entirely up to you. Yeah. Ben's never experienced this before. If they've got an offer on Ben, normally with alcohol they limit you to 3 per customer. In fact, they do. You know the tins of chocolates at Christmas as well? Those celebratory chocolates at Christmas. 3 per customer. Yeah? So you have to go out, go back in. That's what I do. Loads of you there, by the way. Make sure you're checking out Eleanor, you're back in. Veronica, Gillian, Sheila, Catherine, Anonymous, Claire, Cushy, you're back in. Terry, well done to you. They're fab. Look at that for colour. Righty ho. The amethyst ones. Look at these. Look at these. Do you know what? I've flashed these so many times. They are gorgeous. Earrings. Can you imagine these with the fine chain? Do you remember the fine chain that we had earlier on?
Yeah.
In that chandelier kind of.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Wow, they look phenomenal.
I love that shape. They make great tassel-y clusters.
Yeah.
And if Debbie Bolford's designs, and you've seen them, like the lanyards with the, or the lariats with all the big tassels. They're perfect for that.
Oh, they're beautiful. And to be fair, we don't get these shapes that often, do we? They really are beautiful. You've got your gorgeous checkerboard cut rice beads here. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8. Approximately 28 of your amethyst there. Amethyst being one of the most popular gemstones for all of our new bidders and all of our regular bidders here at the Genuine Gemstone Company. It's one of those that I don't think many of you would say you haven't got in your stash. I think most of us have amethyst, don't we? And it's one of those that just goes with so much. It goes with everything. The clear quartz that we had earlier on, the apatite, the lemon quartz, the fluorite that we had. They are so sparkly as well. Checkerboard faceted there to give you that extra little bit of luster. Oh my gosh, £34.95. But it's clearance, so we're going to save you some money. We're going to save you a lot of money here. 0800 644 655, £17.95. UIZC 82. They are gorgeous. Do you know what, Gemma? I can imagine these in a kind of headpiece design that you did earlier on. They'd look really beautiful, wouldn't they, dropping down?
Those little droplets. Yeah, they would.
I love those. Fiona, well done. Christine, Elizabeth, Anonymous. Irina, you're there as well. Ali, you're back in the Isle of Man. Dolly, Polly. Brilliant. Polly, sorry, I changed the name. In Cheshire, you've just joined me as well. Congratulations. £17.95. Steals is what you've had. Just keep adding to your order. Just keep adding to your order. Use your 30 days if you need to. Look at how much money we're saving you this hour. Clearance, understatement. You don't really want to know, Ben, if I'm honest. Ben's like, how's this going to look for us, you know, figures-wise? Don't worry, Ben, don't worry. Scott Stone's put his name to this, it's fine. Elizabeth in Dorset, Beryl, you've got yours as well. Carol in Oxfordshire, Claire, Carol in Oxfordshire, you've got 2 actually, congratulations. Anonymous, you've just checked out 2 as well. 0800 644 655, hold those lines. Wow. This. Black moldavite. I don't know if I've ever seen black moldavite before. Have I? Do you know what? If I have, I can't remember. Moldavite is a gemstone that we often see here as a green gemstone. This, do you know what? Black gemstones, clear gemstones. They will go with absolutely everything that you have. There isn't anything that won't go with these. Do you know what? They're a fabulous size as well, aren't they? They are 8mm rounds. 8mm rounds, perfect. Just 2 of these as earrings. Perfect. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. There's a good 50 gemstones, 40 to 50 gemstones approximately. Ben was just telling Helena the story of moldavite. It is said to be, well, I say it's said to be the emerald that falls from the sky when we're looking at the green form. Moldavite was actually formed ages ago, an absolute age ago. We're talking 15 million years ago? 15 million years ago. A meteor fell through the Earth's atmosphere. Look, I knew you wanted to do that. This isn't the actual footage, by the way. 15 million years ago. Meteor fell through the Earth's atmosphere 45,000 miles per hour. Now, as it fell through the Earth's atmosphere, parts of this meteor fell away. Now, this was called strewn fields. Parts of it landed in Austria, parts of it landed in Germany, parts of it landed in the Czech Republic. He's been dying to do that. And from the parts that landed in the Czech Republic, the minerals that were formed are what gave us moldavite. Ben's like, we never get moldavite. I've been waiting for months to use that little clip. Look at that. Not the actual footage, obviously. 0800 644 655. If you want a gemstone with some history, with a story behind it, this is your gemstone. Fabulous. Should be £39.95. Lowest ever price tag. We're going low. £26.95 we've gone down to for you. Carol in Bedfordshire, check them out as soon as you can. We are coming, in fact, we need to announce the winner, don't we? We'll do that in a little minute. I need to announce the winner. Gemma's Jewellery. Very jealous. Oh, ooh, lace. Oh, do you know, this reminds me of that craft shop I was talking about. Yes, trying to get anything like that in there. You won't see Jewellery Maker prices. Oh my gosh, look at this. So, let me just try and, okay. Let's go with that one first, just so I can show you the different designs that you have in these. Oh, they're beautiful. Look at these. Great for any of your textiles, great for your clothing as well. Gemma and I were having a little chat on the break about me bringing in some clothes for her to embellish at some point. Yes. Watch this space. You have your beautiful wisteria butterfly lace bundle here. 5 we've got in total. That's just 3 that you're seeing there. They are just stunning, aren't they? They're very vintage, aren't they? Very vintage. What would you use these for, Gemma? Have you used these before?
Yeah, I had loads and loads all together in a big bundle.
Yeah.
I think last time I was on, and I made a frame with wire and did the butterfly wings so that they were raised from a hairband. So the butterflies are great because you can cut them up, you can stiffen them, you can attach them to jumpers. They make great centerpieces because they're symmetrical. So the butterfly design is brilliant.
Yeah. They're fab, aren't they? And you've got 5 different pieces here, really vintage. I'm loving these. 0800 644 655 QNPO 92. £9.95 is your should be price tag. Going even lower. Going even. Helen is like, my gosh, she's got through 4 hours and 50 minutes. I blame Lance. I blame Lance. He was just talking about decorating his clothes with these, you see. I think he said his pants. Yeah. 0800 644 655. Or on the web at JewelleryMaker.com. Anonymous in Essex, Marilyn in Suffolk, Anonymous in Greater London ×2, Anonymous in Devon ×2. I'd like to see that. What a look that would be. Yeah, lace, hey? Why not? QNPO 92 is your code. 5 pieces you're going to get here. They are beautiful. Look at the quality of them as well. In fact, look at how much work has gone into these already. Already. Incredible. Hold those lines. Gillian, Anonymous, and Edwina, if you check out, you should be able to do it. They look lovely on cushions, wouldn't they? Peridot faceted rounds. Oh, there they are, hiding again. Have a look at these. Natural gemstone, check out that colour. So vivid, and that is 100% natural. A real zesty lime green hue you have here that Mother Nature created all by herself. 40 carats of your peridot, graduated faceted rounds here, 3 to 4 millimetres in size. You've got a 50 centimetre strand there as well. With the amethysts that we've just had, they would look gorgeous. Look at those. Maybe the peridot as spacers in between your amethyst there. They look gorgeous together, don't they? Stunning. Big, big carat weight you've got there. 40 carats in total. 0800 644 655, completely natural gemstone. We've got it in a clearance for you as well. I would dial as soon as you can. We don't have many more pieces to bring you in the clearance, and we need to announce the winner of the competition as well. Nicholas in Surrey, Nicolette in Surrey, Anonymous in Devon, Linda in Hampshire. Wow. Make sure you're checking out as quickly as you can. This is a big carat weight of peridot that you've got here. £9.95. The winner of the competition, who answered all 3 questions correctly, is Pauline from Cheshire. Well done, you. Yes. Round of applause. Well done, Pauline in Cheshire. Knowledgeable. I only knew one of the answers to that. 3 pieces. 3 pieces of jewellery, is it? Good. I'm glad you said yes, because I thought I just made that up. I was thinking, oh no, it's just 1, and I've said 3 pieces of our Gemma Crow's jewellery. Do we have the customer number? We do. Have customer number. Fabulous. We did set Gemma a challenge earlier on. Let's go over. Now, I've lost one of my shoes, so I'm just going to grab that. Otherwise, I'll be... I could. Well, I've got one on and one off. You know, how it rolls. How did you get on, Gemma?
I made 1 piece, but it is quite involved, so...
Whoa!
I was just doing some earrings, but I've run out of time.
Wow. And literally, did you start that at like 4 o'clock?
Yeah, well, I made a flower or two
Okay.
before the first demo, but then just put it together. Yeah, nice.
Oh my
It's worked out well.
They
And
are
it's that
gorgeous.
floral feel that I wanted. You know, that really pretty, feminine.
They're pretty. They're gorgeous. And you've used the collars.
The neck wires,
Yeah.
the collars. I've opened it out slightly to give it a bit more space for the gems. Otherwise, that would be creeping up under your chin, you know. So I've opened it out a bit. But you know, they will allow you to do that and still go on and off easily.
You could do exactly the same design as a tiara, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, you could wear that as a coronet instead. You just literally put it on your head.
That is just fabulous, Gemma. Beautiful, beautiful design. Well done. You've done very well today, I have to say. You've excelled yourself. When are you back?
Next Tuesday.
On the mid
Show, and I've got climbing rope.
She's got some on.
Yay.
I want that necklace.
I had no idea we were getting it, and I found it in the box. It must have been a sample that I got put into the box, and I bought it.
Yes, I love that. So you're back next Tuesday on the Designer Inspiration Show. I am off for a week now. I will be back next Wednesday. I never know what day it is. I think I'm back next Wednesday. I might see you before that, you never know. Always ask to fill in here and there, you never know. But other than that, I'm off for a week, so have a great week, whatever you're doing. Do stay tuned, because the lovely Vicky Field is up with you next, taking you to the late show until 9 p.m. tonight. What have you got, Vix? Treats. Lots. She's got so much, she can't even think. She's got tans tonight, very important. So do stay tuned for Vicky's show. I shall see you in a week's time. Whatever you're doing, have a fabulous week, and I shall see you very soon. Take care.
Bye.
I think labradorite, when you think about it, is as beautiful as a diamond, because it gives you, for me,